on, I don't know if it's on the Get Up or one of their shows today. Listen to Passan. He was asked about when you start worrying about the Dodgers.
It's baseball, Dan.
Yes.
And just like the New York Yankees didn't need to panic a couple weeks ago. And just like the New York Mets didn't need to panic. And just like every team that plays 162 games is bound to go through a stretch like this, the Dodgers are going to be just fine. They're going to be fine because they've got Shohei Ohtani. They're going to be fine because they've got Mookie Betts. They're going to be fine because they've got Freddie Freeman and Will Smith and Teoscar Hernandez. They're going to get Max Muncy back. Andy Pages is really good. And oh, by the way, they have the most pitching depth in all of baseball. So if people want to panic about the Dodgers, that's perfectly fine. You are putting yourself into an unnecessarily induced hysteria. And the thing is, they're going to go out and get a big name at the trade deadline because that is always what they do. Last year, it was Jack Flaherty, biggest player traded. Before that, Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Before that, Manny Machado. The Dodgers have an excellent farm system. They will be aggressive. And at the end of the day, they are going to be just fine and still the favorite to go to the World Series from the National League.
So, John, do you rest easy after hearing that?
No.
No.
I
don't, by the way, don't ever change because I love it.
Yeah, I do. I think he's probably right.
Yeah.
But I never think it's good to lose 6 in a row.
No, it never is. Last year they
haven't done it in 5 years.
Yeah, last year they had a 5-game losing streak.
Right. We can spin it and say it's nothing, but it's not nothing. I just don't think it's something.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily something. I mean, the something is the injuries. Freddie Freeman, the left ankle. Teoscar Hernandez hasn't been able to play. He should probably go to the IL if he's going to keep that. Tommy Edman, broken toe. Like, all this stuff is going on. At the same time, Mookie Betts, just a total power outage and a huge struggle. What's interesting is we talk about the Dodgers pitching and the injuries. Blake Snell is going to be back for that first, assuming all goes well, he's pitching Rancho Cucamonga and then OKC. Assuming all that goes well, he'll pitch on that first road trip after the All-Star break. So you get Snell back, you got Glasnow back, you got Dustin May, you got Shohei every 7 days. I mean, all of a sudden you're loaded up on pitching. And your offensive output is way down, which you would not expect with those 4 guys at the top of the lineup, but that's the way it has been. Now, I've got a radical suggestion because there's all kinds of like trade proposals and ideas floating around out there. In Ireland, I got one that you are gonna hate.
Okay, good.
Next.
Okay.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I have so much fun driving my Hyundai Elantra. It is my favorite car. I went in, got it detailed yesterday. Looks spectacular. It's an amazing ride. It's a hybrid. I'm getting 50 miles per gallon. Tell you what, I test drove all of the new Hyundais. The Kona, terrific. The Tucson, the Santa Fe, the Sonata, the Ioniq 6. If you want to go EV. Check out the whole new lineup during the Hyundai Getaway Sales event. Have you seen the all-new electric Ioniq 5? This thing is just awesome inside and out. Ultra-fast charging, range of up to 318 miles. It's amazing. We are the 2025 Hyundai SUVs you got to try out, like the Tucson, the Santa Fe, the Palisade. Great day for a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on now with your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 7-10 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
And of course made possible by Pro Baller. Pro Baller Energy champions choose clean energy. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. And of course made possible by our friends at Legends Attic. Bringing you the Home Run Derby, the Legends launch this year. The ultimate sports fans' dream destination. Legends Attic.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. You know Next Gen for their incredible air conditioning and heating services. But did you know they do plumbing too? Are you noticing leaks around your home, clogged drains? Next Gen can help with plumbing problems, large and small. And for a limited time, Next Gen's offering everyone a drain cleaning for just $88. Their expert technicians will work to clear even the toughest clogs. Plus, they can check your pipes for any other signs of damage. From slab leak repairs to clogged drains to water water filtration, and everything in between, trust NextGen for expert plumbing services and high-quality work. We're talking financing options, 5-star service, and availability 7 days a week. So don't wait. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN to schedule your $88 drain cleaning today. CSLB number 1011173. NextGen, here for you now and for years to come.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Pechanga Resort Casino is giving away a new Mercedes-Benz and Easy Play every Friday in July. Use your club card to earn entries into the drawing while you play your favorite slot machines and table games. Be there every Friday night for the drawing and to activate your entries. You must be present to win. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino and you could drive home in a brand new Mercedes-Benz this July. Located off I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more info.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
All right, Brian, what is this song?
Oh, everybody knows the song.
I know the song, but what is it?
#1 hit on this day, 1965.
65, John, the year I was born. I believe you were one at about that time.
I was one or two, depending on what time of the year. I was born in 63.
Yes.
Well, on this day, 1965.
Oh, on this day in 1965.
So you were born, Mace. You were a wee toddler.
Wee toddler. Yes, that is correct.
And I wasn't quite yet 2.
Ireland, my dad is only 7 days older than you. I just
No
realized
kidding?
it, 'cause
Oh,
his
wow.
birthday is July 7th, 63.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Or
So you have July's a big birthday month in your house because you're
Oh.
on the 15th. Is anybody else in July?
no, just us two.
There you go.
You too. Awesome.
All right, what's your trade, Mace?
Okay, before that, I want to open the phones, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7. We'll see UFC 318 at Cosm. That is this coming Saturday the 19th. Yeah. So next weekend, next Saturday, 877-710-ESPN. See UFC 318 in shared reality. All right, so John, the Dodgers, what player has blown more saves than any other in Major League Baseball this year?
Well, it's either it's not Kirby Yates, right?
No. It's the obvious guy,
Who?
Tanner Scott.
Okay, yeah, but I mean he's been terrible all year.
Yes, Tanner Scott. Who has been the anchor around the necks of the Dodgers out in left field for most of the year?
In left field?
Yeah.
Well, Conforto's played left, right?
Conforto, exactly.
Okay.
So these are the two guys that I think of, Tanner Scott and Michael Conforto, have struggled. Can I interest you in a guy who is batting, let me get this right, who is batting 277 with 18 homers and 70 RBIs. He's an outfielder.
Whom is it?
I just want to ask you, does that make sense? Would that be the kind of player?
Do you have his OPS?
Yeah, his OPS is 798.
Basically 800.
Yeah, basically 800.
Yeah, it would definitely be an improvement on Conforto.
Yes. Now, could I attract you with a reliever who has converted 16 of his 17 save opportunities this year?
It depends who he's playing for and who it is.
He's playing for a bad team.
Okay.
But let's just say in the abstract. Right now, you can add a guy who's saved
we talked about
17.
this yesterday. If you just do trades based on analytics, which is what you're doing here, you're stupid.
Well, I don't think it's based on analytics. That's based on
completely
statistics.
Based on analytics. All you've done is
Statistics
read
are
numbers.
different from analytics.
No, they're not. That's what statistics are.
Oh, then Tanner Scott's not really bad. Those are just statistics. That's just analytics.
No, well, Tanner Scott is bad. His statistics are bad. The eye test is bad. Everything about him's bad.
But again, we have the opportunity to get a closer with 16 saves and 17 chances.
Yeah,
we have a chance to get a power hitter with 18 homers and 60 RBIs to replace Michael Conforto.
A lot of other things factor into that. Is the power hitter on a bad team? Is the pitcher on a bad team? Are they both old?
Okay.
Are they both north of 30?
One is north of 40 on a one-year deal.
North of 40
is younger. I'm sorry, north of 35. Do you know who I'm talking about, by the way, Brian?
I think so.
Brian thinks he knows.
I think so.
All right. So I would like to engineer a trade with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Now, people will say, Artie will never do a trade with the Dodgers, and that's probably right. But Taylor Ward, and I shorted him, 20 homers, 61 RBIs, and an 800 OPS would be a great fit in left field.
Okay.
And Kenley Jansen, 16 saves in 17 chances this year. Dodgers offer a buffet of prospects for Taylor Ward and Kenley Jansen.
Yes on Ward, no on Jansen.
You have such a hard take on Jansen.
Because you have apparently forgotten that the guy put us through a heart attack every time he came in the game for 4 years.
The guy has saved more games than anybody in Dodger history.
Ask Bergman. He wouldn't do it either.
Well,
he doesn't want Kenley Jansen
Are
back.
you thrilled about Tanner Scott rolling out there?
No, just get rid of him. Just pitch other people. I mean,
you don't have other. I mean, Michael Kopech's down. Kirk
but he'll be back in August.
Lost that game yesterday.
Blake Trinan's close.
Blake Trinan is the ultimate answer. He's going to be the arm that makes a difference. But I would absolutely, and I can't imagine how cool it would be for Kenley Jansen to come back to Dodger Stadium again, having a really good year for the Angels. And you'll say bad team, all that.
Yep.
I still believe that guy is a legit closer, and everything backs that up. His performance backs that up. As you say, the analytics, his ratio is really low. His strikeouts per 9 ratio is high. All that stuff, all those numbers.
That.
Yeah, been there, done that, and
not going back.
Saved a ton of games.
Yeah, why don't we bring Yasiel Puig back? What's he doing?
I don't believe he's in baseball.
Yeah,
last I checked, he was like in Japan or
he's
Mexico.
not.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian, again, this trade will never happen because Artie Moreno is stupid.
Well, I wouldn't do that trade if I was the Angels. Why do I want Michael Conforto?
No, you're not trading. No,
you're not.
You're offering a buffet of prospects. You're saying here's Dalton Resching and here's Josiah DePaula or whoever it is. A bag of magic beans.
No, I would trade all those guys for a third baseman. I don't want Kenley Jansen.
Third base is not, and I've heard so many people say Arenado. Has anybody seen?
I think
Arenado
they're out on that.
He can't hit.
Right,
and he's diminished defensively. He's not somebody that we want.
Well, wouldn't you rather trade those prospects for Suarez than for Kenley Jansen?
No, because I got Max Muncy coming back at third base.
In September?
Well, no, in a month.
Well, he said 6 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of July.
But I heard a well-placed Dodger reporter who works at another radio station say he's walking fine and he could shave a couple of weeks off of it.
Well, that would help, but I mean, they're going to make a trade. They always do.
They are definitely going to add.
So it's just a matter of what you do with your prospects.
They're going to add a right-handed reliever. They may add a starting pitcher, but not a high-impact starting pitcher. And they're going to add an outfielder. And Taylor Ward again. Taylor Ward in the abstract would be a great left fielder for the Dodgers. But again, they're not going to make that trade. One of the names I keep hearing is Ryan McMahon from Colorado. He plays third base, second base, and left field. That's kind of the all-purpose player that we're looking for.
I haven't checked on him in a while, but last time I saw his numbers, they were way down.
They are way down. He was good last year, and he's not good this year. But again, I think that he's better than Michael Conforto at this point. I think the Conforto era has quietly ended in Los Angeles.
Well, they've given him every opportunity.
He's had plenty of chances.
Just half the season?
You always say, how long are you going to give him?
Right.
Yeah, we're past that.
We're done, man.
Yeah, we're past that.
Okay, so why you're past it with Conforto, but
Correct.
you're not past it with Tanner Scott?
No, I'm not. Tanner Scott, by the way, had a long. I'd have to look. I'll look at his game log, but I think he went a long time between giving up runs.
Right, but I don't trust him. Do you?
He can be he's the guy that they sent out there to get Ohtani. I mean, he is a devastating lefty. You really got to get him right because I can see already Tanner Scott versus Juan Soto in the playoffs. Like that's going to be a critical matchup. So Tanner.
Okay, but as somebody who is rooting for the Dodgers,
yeah,
wouldn't you want to see Alex Vesia in that situation instead of Tanner Scott if you need a left-handed reliever?
You could certainly use. Yeah, you can definitely use Vesia in that spot. Although I still think Vesia is like he's a high leverage arm, but I don't know that he's a closer. By the way,
I'm not saying you use him as. I think you use Trinan as the closer, but I think you hope to get 6 innings out of your starters, and then you go Kasperius, Vesia, and Trinan. I don't want to see Tanner Scott. I know how that movie ends.
Did you miss Kasperius on Friday?
Right, but I mean you throw that game out, don't you?
Well, I don't know. Beto says he was wildly tipping pitches, and that's the one where Oral said it's like the Astros know what's coming.
Maybe they do.
His breaking ball, Beto says on his breaking ball, he was taking a bigger step than he was on his fastball.
So giving it away.
But I do like Kasperius. I mean, he's a nice pitcher who I think is he's close to a high leverage arm. I don't think he's quite there yet. But I do think, and we'll keep an eye on everything in the trade market, the Dodgers are definitely going to be making moves, as Jeff Passan pointed out a little while ago. They always do.
I think you may be the only Dodger fan in the world who is asking for Kenley Jansen.
I don't believe that.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll open it up in when we do Sports Graffiti. But anybody who's watched as many Dodger games as you and I have went through. I mean, he just never had a clean inning. Even when he got saves and got the Dodgers out of it, he loaded the bases and then got them out of it.
He had 350 career saves in a Dodgers uniform.
Right.
That's not an accident, more than anybody.
Yeah, but that's when he was 30. Now he's, 35?
And still converting saves.
Yeah,
at a better rate than Tanner Scott.
Well, I don't want to see Tanner Scott. You've already convinced me of that.
Okay, good.
But I don't want Kenley Jansen. I'd rather have almost anybody in there with him. You know how much I hate to see Kike pitch. I'd rather see Kike pitch than Kenley Jansen.
Oh, come on.
And I'd definitely rather see Miguel Rojas pitch than Jansen.
That is come on. What are you talking about?
I would take Kenley back if he wasn't in a closing role.
Correct. That's
if
what I would
just,
do. If he wasn't in a
inning,
closing role. Yeah, as a setup guy, I would absolutely love Kenley. But Ireland.
You know where I'd love Kenley?
By the way, I brought this
Oklahoma City.
I brought this up specifically for Ireland today because I know how much he despises
Lori,
Kenley
you don't want
Jansen.
Kenley Jansen back, do you?
Hit it, Brian. Oh, he didn't hit it. But California, no, thank you. Yeah, bring him back. Why not?
Why not? He can't pitch.
Is Bergman here?
He's somewhere.
Yeah, see if Bergman's here. He'll have a take on that.
I like the drama, okay? Give me the heart
Well, if you
attack,
like drama, then Kenley Jansen is your guy.
Bring me the drama.
The Blue Review.
We'll try to get Bergman in here coming up. We'll spin the wheel of questions coming up next for you. Big day. I got a big LeBron question for you coming up too, Ireland.
All right, good.
We'll do it coming up. Mason, Ireland. Big Thursday. It's 7:10 day here on 710 ESPN.
All right, later today, Jeff, the CEO of Pro Baller Energy, is going to come in and tell us the latest. And by the way, they're one of the sponsors of the softball game tomorrow night, and they're also the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a natural, healthier energy drink with 102 milligrams of natural caffeine, no crash, and is NFS certified for sport, meaning it's trusted by pro athletes. Here's the deal. If you are somebody that feels yourself getting tired, especially late in the day, put Pro Baller Energy into your diet, and it will get you through the day without the crash. It is available at most convenience stores. It's available on Amazon. Pro Baller Energy is what you have to try. It's also available at Costco. It's what you have to try if you're struggling to get through the day. And right now, they have the limited edition Lakers can. So if you want to feel sharper, stronger, and more locked in, grab the drink that fuels the Lakers. Big Laker game tonight in Vegas. Cooper Flag against Bronny. Those guys should all grab a Pro Baller Energy. Pro Baller Energy, champions. Choose clean energy.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 7-10 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday night made possible by Islands Restaurant. Island by your local Paradise Islands Restaurant. The Jaime and Blanca Foundation. And we can't wait to press the flesh with Jaime Harin.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question. Huh?
I have no idea what's going on now.
Stephen A. jumped in so early there. The wheel had not even stopped spinning, and he was already calling it a dumbass question. That's really unfair. Yeah.
You know what? I don't even care because now I'm going to ask this one.
All right, good.
All right, guys. So according to reports, Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara are dating. And shout out to her. It's her birthday today. Looks great. They have been spending time together in Ibiza, and they are, according to reports, having a summer romance. I'm using air quotes if you guys can't see. And also reported that Brady requested to sit next to her at Bezos' wedding, which is what sparked the romance. So, Mason, I know you were friends with his wife, Lauren Sanchez, right?
Passing, yeah. We did a show together, a couple of shows, yeah.
You still knew her.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if you had been, this is obviously more targeted to you, but it is to all of us. Mason, if you had been invited to Bezos' wedding with all the celebrities there, who would you requested to sit next to?
It's an interesting question. Why is this not for John? John would also go to the wedding and sit next
No,
to
I
somebody,
know,
wouldn't he?
but
Oh, okay.
but
So
I
for me first.
Yes, you first.
Okay, I will say I would like to sit between Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King.
Why?
Because Gayle went to space and Oprah is the
Oprah.
queen of everything.
Well, Lori, you know my answer.
Kim Kardashian.
Right. I want to sit on her
She's
lap.
right there. I was going to say Kim Kardashian. I don't know if there's a lap seat for you there.
Yeah.
I want to sit on her lap. That's
Yeah.
not creepy at all.
Yeah, no, that's not too creepy.
I don't think she would allow me to do that.
When I was in
You
when I was
want her to
working in
cuddle
New
you
York,
too?
when I was in New
Laura,
York,
do you follow her?
No.
Okay, so go right now to Twitter and just type in @Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
And look at the pictures of her in that white dress that she posted a few minutes ago. I mean, tell me that is not just a stunning woman.
I never said she wasn't. If I had a lot of money, I would look like that
sit
too.
in my lap and here are some sexy pictures. It's not creepy at all.
No, I wouldn't show her pictures of herself.
That is a really nice dress, though.
What did we think of the wedding overall?
Well, Mace, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you were walking through LA Live.
Yes.
And Lauren Sanchez walked right past you.
Yes.
And you said, hi. Do you think she'd have any idea what your name is?
No.
Me either. And
No,
I've met her
I
like
mean-
10 times.
No, I mean, I did 2 Good Day LAs with her.
And she would have zero chance at remembering either one of us.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
met so many people since us.
Yeah, I would think.
True. But still.
And she's moved up in class.
You're
definitely
Mason.
moved up in class. Yeah.
I did hear that from somebody else, that she definitely ranked up, if you know what I mean, when it came to relationships.
She definitely did. By the way,
Yeah.
what do we think of the Tom Brady-Sofia Vergara matchup?
Well, I
That's
always
not
think
really
of-
a match.
Nah, it's like a summer fling.
Fling.
Yeah. Get it, girl. Whatever. He's not my type, so.
Is it Ibiza or Ibiza?
What did I say?
Ireland, is it Ibiza or Ibiza?
I've heard
sounds like
Ibiza.
I'm lisping.
Yeah.
Ibiza. I think, yeah.
Ibiza?
I think it's an interesting summer romance. Not the one I expected, because Ireland, you sent a note a couple of weeks ago. You thought Sydney Sweeney and Tom Brady were hooking up.
Well, they were dancing at that wedding. So
Oh, they
he
did?
obviously passed on Sydney Sweeney and moved on to Sofia Vergara.
Whoa.
It's nice to have that choice.
That is really a quality.
That's who I thought John was going to be wanting to sit next to, actually.
Yeah, what's
Sydney
wrong with
Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney?
Sure, I'll sit next to her. Why not?
Why not? By the way, somebody tweeted, you are so easy to troll when it comes to Kenley Jansen. I like designed that whole thing just to get you going.
All right, respond to this. This is from Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Kenley's whip is 1.18, not great for a closer. His ERA is 3.5.
1.18 is a great whip.
Strikeout rate is lower and HR rate higher than ever. He's pitching to contact with mixed results. He's a closer on a bad team, putting up pedestrian numbers. Respond.
Well, that's a really good whip. The Dodgers bullpen whip is like 1.35, and he's what did he have him at 1.18?
1.18 for a closer. It's not great. It's good for a bullpen.
It's great for who's the best closer out there right now.
Who's the best closer out there right now? If I could have anybody, I'd probably ask for the guy in Cleveland, but he's not having a very good year. Clase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not having a great year. Let's say Josh Hader. Josh Hader, we just saw him, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be him.
He's got a .79 whip.
Yeah, that's almost half of what Kenley Jansen says.
Yeah. I think in the end, they're going to get somebody like Ryan Finnegan from Washington. And the one player I would love, and there actually is a little smoke around this, is Byron Buxton from the Twins. Now, Byron Buxton is, and he's had injury history and all that stuff, but Byron Buxton has 20 homers and 16 stolen bases and plays a great center field, which is perfect for the Dodgers. Byron Buxton is the guy I would really, and I think is a real possibility. They grab either David Bednar from Pittsburgh or Ryan Finnegan from Washington, and then maybe close in on Byron Buxton for a bag of magic beans.
I wonder who the biggest name, the trade deadline's at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Who do you think the biggest name to move is at the deadline? Not necessarily the Dodgers, but to anybody. Who's the biggest name to move?
I don't think this is going to be a big year for player movement at the deadline. I think it's going to be a bunch of guys. There's no Sandy Alcantara is probably the number one starting pitcher option. He's been really good this year. That's probably it in terms of big names. There are a lot of other names out there, Zach Gallen and people like that. But I think probably the biggest name is Sandy Alcantara. All right, so a question, John. I want to play something for you. This is actually from one of my favorite shows. It's called the Shadano and Cap Show. Are you familiar with it?
Yes, I am.
They had DeAndre Ayton on the other day, and this just started bubbling all over the place on the internet. It kind of went viral. Listen to this exchange between Cappy and DeAndre Ayton.
Hey, DeAndre, have you spoken to LeBron? Have you spoken to Luka?
Not really yet, but I've definitely got a text from Luka. I know how the offseason goes. This is not my first rodeo. People are probably busy and, training and having times with their families, but I'm just waiting. I'm just really just trying to integrate myself with the team and get to know everybody.
So if I'm a franchise superstar like LeBron James and the big acquisition for the summer is DeAndre Ayton, and the future of this team for 2025-2026 is going to be how well DeAndre Ayton plays, why would LeBron not have sent a welcome tweet the way Luka did?
Because I think it's posing.
No, it's not.
A tweet or a text?
No, a text.
You said tweet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant text. Like Luka texted.
Well, let me
I don't care about the tweet.
I got to be careful how I say this because we haven't announced it yet. But let's say, hypothetically, we are aware of some changes that are coming down the pike.
Okay.
Have you texted the new people?
What new people?
I'll text you the name.
Yeah, text me the name.
Because I can't say it, but I can't believe you can't figure it out.
No, I can't. I cannot figure it out. I know who it is. Yeah, no, I saw him in person.
Where'd you see him?
Downstairs. He was at meeting with Craig Karmazin.
But you haven't texted him.
No, I don't have his number.
But he'd be easy to get.
I would. Yeah, Laura, send me his number. You know what we're talking about.
You haven't.
He's been
I know nothing.
He's been a guest on the show, all that stuff.
Yeah. And you haven't said anything to him.
Because I don't have a cell phone number.
Okay, so maybe LeBron doesn't have DeAndre Ayton's cell phone number.
Yeah, I just think it's weird. The other one is LeBron
It's weird for LeBron not to have done it, but it's not weird for you not to have done it.
No, because LeBron can get to Ayton. I don't know this guy's cell phone number. He's a big deal.
You could get it with one text to Dave Singer, who you talk to all the time.
Oh, okay. I'm going to welcome him now. I didn't realize.
Well, you haven't.
Dave Singer's got the number.
You haven't, so you're as guilty as LeBron.
Yeah, I disagree because ultimately I'm never going to be on the same show with that person, and LeBron is going to be on the same court with DeAndre Ayton. That's different.
Yeah, I have zero issue with I think
LeBron's acting
You're getting on somebody for not sending a text to someone who just signed with the team.
Correct. I am.
Yeah.
I am. On top of that, LeBron has been so quiet, hasn't said anything about ownership, none of it. He's just he's checked out.
Why? Because he's not doing anything publicly.
Privately, he's not. I mean, his season, his chances of winning this year are tied directly to DeAndre Ayton. At some point, you say, "Hey, DeAndre, welcome to the team. Looking forward to playing with you. See you at training camp. Whatever it is."
I don't think you've ever done that with people that have joined the station, and neither have I. Ever.
I don't think that's true. I mean, name somebody besides the guy whose number I don't have.
When DeMarco got a job, you didn't text him.
I saw him in person. I said, DeMarco, what's up? He came in one day. He was a fill-in guy on the station. He came in one day with a new show. I said, welcome.
Right, but you didn't text him. If LeBron ran into DeAndre Ayton, I'm sure he would tell him. But he hasn't run into him.
Yeah, I think it's extremely weird. I think LeBron is super checked out. He doesn't like this idea of saving cap space for 2027, as Rich Paul indicated during that initial quote. I just think LeBron's acting weird.
He's the guy. He's the leader of the Lakers, right? He's the guy. So for the guy not to welcome the new guy,
yeah,
it's a little weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. All right, maybe you got to take on that. 877-710-ESPN. When does Kenley Jansen come back to the Dodgers? Do you agree with my idea, my concept, that Kenley could come back? Maybe with Taylor Ward from the Angels. 877-710-ESPN. We will get some calls in here. Coming up next for you, Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday Night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 710 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday Night made possible by Children's Dental Fun Zone. At Children's Dental Fun Zone, we treat your kids as our own. Children's Dental Fun Zone.
Who needs a stadium? Morongo's got a 30-foot video wall, ice-cold brews, and a Wahlburgers 10 feet away from Sideline Sports Bar. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a portable electric lunchbox when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 15th.
Number 2.
Jazz Band and the Delphonics. August 9th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Jeep Gladiator. Earn entries now playing table games. And be here the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win.
Morongo, good times.
And don't miss your chance to press the flesh with us tomorrow at the West Covina Sportsplex and root on your favorite 710 personality during the summer tradition unlike any other. All-Star Friday Night this Friday, live broadcast and event begins at 9 a.m. The festivities for 710 All-Star Game get underway at 6 p.m., all at the West Covina Sportsplex, 2100 South Azusa Avenue in West Covina, made possible by our friends at Pro Baller Energy. Champions choose clean energy.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill. Keeping it real every day for you.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, happy 710 day. And we're going to do some sports graffiti right now. 877-710-ESPN. Got one line open. Ireland's in Idaho. We're getting ready for All-Star Friday Night tomorrow. Let's start out with Harold. Harold, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, I understand that tonight's game between the Lakers and the Mavs, courtside seats, is that $2,500? Did I read that right?
Yeah, because it's the first time Cooper Flagg is the number 1 overall pick in the draft is going to play in an NBA game. So that's why the price is so high. And it's the Lakers.
Oh, that's ridiculous, John. Come on.
Well, you don't have to pay it, Harold.
You're not.
You can watch it on ESPN.
You know what? John, I don't think you like me. You always jump on me about stuff.
Oh. Wait a minute, Harold. What are you saying that's ridiculous about? You don't have to pay $2,500.
You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just letting the people know what courtside seats you're going for. You don't have to defend it.
I'm not defending it. What I'm saying is you said that's ridiculous. What's ridiculous about it?
That's a lot of money to pay for a summer league game to see Bronny and Cooper Flagg.
Okay. Well, listen, Harold, I am on your side, whatever the hell you're saying. John is all over you. I am on Harold's side. Do you have a thing about Harold?
I do now.
Yeah.
I didn't before that call, but I do now.
The thing is, complaining about he's really not being forced to pay this money.
Right. Here's the thing. This came up in the show
supply and
yesterday.
demand, yeah.
Right. If you don't want to pay $2,500, why do you care?
Yeah.
You can watch
TV
the game for free on ESPN.
So crazy. Let's go to Guy. Guy, you're on Sports Graffiti. Sup, Guy?
Yeah, hi. You guys got to stop ragging on my Angels. This is ridiculous.
Okay, well, what specifically have we said?
Well, they're still. You want Jansen, you want Ward. We're 2 games under 500, and we're only 2 or 3 out of the last wild card.
Right,
so
but I said I don't think the Angels would do that.
Yeah, I don't think they would either.
I think they're.
Well,
why would they?
don't either.
Why would they trade Taylor Ward? He's been great.
Exactly. But then why do you guys bring that crap up?
Because we're a radio talk show.
We're a talk show, and we talk about stuff, including interesting hypotheticals, and I felt like that was an interesting hypothetical, and obviously you did too because you called.
Well, no, I think it's a horrible. I'm just tired of you guys always talking bad about the Angels.
So wait a minute. We've had two calls.
You know what? This isn't a Dodger station, A. B, the Angels play on the station, and you guys give them nothing.
We do not owe anybody any. Look, whether we're a Dodger station or not, we talk about LA sports, and the Dodgers are the ones that move the needle around here. The Angels have been woeful for years and years.
Yeah,
I don't know
can't
how
believe,
you can defend Artie Moreno.
Yeah, I can't believe you're calling and saying that we should be better to the Angels. The Angels are the biggest losers in baseball over the past 10 years. Losers with a capital L. If you want to call and say, don't pick on my Angels, win anything. Win something. Have a winning season. They haven't had a winning season in 10 years. If you want to support that, feel free. It's your right. But don't get on us because we're getting on the Angels. They don't win.
Yeah. He did. I mean, he makes a point. They're closer to a playoff spot than I thought. They are only 3 games out of the wild card.
I love the feisty calls.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we've had 2 people call us ridiculous in the first 2 calls. Let's see if we can get 3 in a row.
Okay, let's go, Don. Don. Oh, sorry about that.
Don was so frustrated he just hung up.
Bring it, Don. What do you got?
Hey, guys, I'm trying to think of something really stupid to say so I can fit in today.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
You know, the thing is, the Angel fans, look, I followed the Angels for years because my son was a fan. They can't even stay above 500. These guys are so excited because they're around 500. I mean, come on, it's a joke.
It's
but,
our year.
You know, and the other thing, the other thing I was calling for is, John, as far as defending LeBron, if DeAndre Ayton's coming to his team, you think he would reach out? And you guys, if somebody, let's just say this new guy that you were talking about is named Jim. If it was going to be the Mason, Ireland, and Jim show, then yeah, Mason should reach out to him. But if it's somebody working for the station, so be it. But, you know, LeBron should reach out. That's all I got to say. You guys have a good one.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think this idea of the other person, if this other person was joining the show, I would obviously welcome him. This is my show.
LeBron is one of the you agree that LeBron's one of the greatest 3 players of all time,
Oh,
right?
100%. For me, I think he's the greatest player of all time. I rank him above everybody.
Okay, so why is it on him to welcome the new guy?
Because that's, what a team leader would do.
If Howard Stern came to the station, would you reach out to Howard Stern?
Are you throwing out all these weird hypotheticals?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying if he's he's either on the team or he's not.
Okay, well, Tell you this. God, we can't really talk about anything.
I know it's because we haven't announced it yet. But it'll all make sense.
But
one day.
We're going to be working with somebody new. I'm already having dinner with this person. Because I want to welcome this person.
Okay, but you weren't until I brought it up.
No, I already was. I'm having dinner next week.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. You really don't believe me?
I don't.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to put you in touch with her.
I don't want to go to your dinner.
I know, you're not invited. Let's
Good.
go to Christian. Christian, you're on Sports Graffiti. Christian, go.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Quick question. I just had a little thought about the NBA. I know it's switching the schedules to kind of avoid injuries.
Sure.
John, what do you think about this? Rather than, not losing the revenue, but kind of I'm a big soccer fan, so, they're doing the Club World Cup here.
Yeah.
And each team, the major teams are getting $55 to $60 million just for playing this tournament just for 2 weeks. So how about doing it like where they do 65 games, 70, 72 games, and then they add maybe like 4 or 5 games abroad. So they kind of like each team have to play like, like maybe like a game like Saudi Arabia or China or wherever, and then they kind of get that money back for the games lost because they're going to be increasing the revenue overseas.
Okay. That's what that's what the test balloon of the in-season tournament is. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to see if fans and sponsors react to this separate tournament. And so far, Mace, I would say it's been about 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I think it adds a little something. I don't think it adds a lot, but I think it adds a little, like maybe it's colored by the fact that we won the first one.
Right.
And I thought it was actually really cool and I had fun, that win over Indiana, all that stuff. But it's making a little bit of a dent. I'm not sure that the NBA, his idea would be cut the number of games in the season and then move games to
add tournament games, like maybe around the world or in other places. What I like about his idea is that it does protect the revenue.
True.
Which is what the first question I get when I ever bring up to anybody in the NBA or at the Lakers, hey, would it be possible to lower the amount of games? Right now they play 82 games. They always come back at me with, don't suggest less games unless you have a way to make up the revenue.
Yeah.
That guy did. That guy had an idea to make up the revenue, so it's worth exploring.
Yeah, it's a good concept. Let's go to Alec. Alec, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Alec.
Hey, guys. Got a lot of agree and disagree. First off, keep Kenley Jansen off the Dodgers forever.
Poor Kenley.
Secondly, let's give Tanner Scott a little more time. He's a proven player. He's on a new team. Let's just see him get used to it. And thirdly, LeBron should have definitely reached out. This guy live tweets during the finals, always on social media, can't shoot a single text to his new center. I think it's pretty crazy.
All right. Thank you for the call. Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird. I think it's weird. I don't think it's like some heinous thing, but it's weird. As a guy who wants to win right now, wants to win this season, they get a centerpiece for the front court, and you don't take time to just say, hey, welcome. Let's go to Steve. Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, first of all, let me say good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so look, no Kenley, just forget about it. Let's just put that aside, move on to LeBron, which, John, look, I love you. I know you're a Laker guy. I know you've been kind of defending this weird stuff LeBron's been doing, but I'm your guy's age, okay? I've been a Laker fan. I remember when they traded for Kareem. I was young, but I remember. Okay, let's just go back and see this pattern that when LeBron put out this statement, the first statement, apparently from Dave McMenamin, Rich Paul had told them that they had informed both Rob Pelinka and Luka's business manager, Larry Best-Seeger, whatever, about LeBron's intent to pick up his option, and that they were going to put out that statement, that weird statement, okay? Now, he informed them. So who is he talking to? Who has LeBron been talking to when he goes public? When he acts like, maybe he wants a trade, maybe he doesn't. Who is he talking to if the organization was informed about this stuff? I don't understand what he's doing, but this stuff has gotten old. And old Laker fans like myself, I want him to be on the team. I want to see what he does one more year, but he's acting weird. And yes, he should have reached out to Ayton. He should right now, look, once he picked up that option, he's a Laker. That's it. He's here for the year. He chose to be. He's the leader. Act like a leader. Be the guy. Tell us fans that you want to be here. And if you don't, then say that, and we'll go to that step too.
All right. Steve, thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there. I mean, from the statement to the ownership change and he's been very, very quiet. And he doesn't owe anybody anything. It's publicly, but you just would expect him to get into some communication with the biggest free agent acquisition that the Lakers have made this year. Let's go to Danny.
I think eventually he will.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
They're eventually going to be in the same room. Yeah.
Danny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Danny.
I've got like 3 things to say about this LeBron thing. One,
You know, I know John says, "Oh, let's be in the LeBron business," which I agree. You know, it's great watching him on the team, but there's never going to be another season where there's a 4-month break in between the last game we played and ramping up for the playoffs. So I see, you know, and I see LeBron get tired.
All right, I lost him. That was lost him. Let's get one more in, and then we're going to bring our friend Matthew Berry in, who's in the middle of a gigantic major business deal and a brand new fantasy platform. We'll do that coming up. In the meantime, let's get one more in here. Let's go to Phil. Phil, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Phil.
Yeah, I just say it's Mason and Ireland get on day. I just wanted to call and say, you know, when you guys get on poor old Hacksaw all the time, you know, I'm a real old guy and I did a lot of driving, and in the olden days there was only one other radio talk show in the area, and they were terrible. And Hacksaw was actually brought some good sports. He was funny. Especially when he brought his ladies' lines in.
Make no mistake, Phil. When we joke about him, we do love the guy.
Yeah, we'll have him on one day.
I'm a huge
we
Hacksaw
likely
fan,
a lot.
always have been. So we always joked with him. Even when we worked together, we were joking with him. So yeah, we do goof on him a little bit. But I'll tell you what, at his time, at the point where I got to Los Angeles, he was the voice in LA sports radio.
Here's my favorite Hacksaw moment. That when we used to goof on him. How old is your nephew Hunter now?
Hunter is 30.
Okay, so when Hunter was 2,
yeah.
So this is 28 years ago. Mm-hmm. We were amazed. Mason and I were amazed. We were doing mornings, and Lee was doing afternoon drive, and we were amazed that anytime somebody called and asked Lee about a prospect, that Lee somehow magically knew something.
Right.
About all these guys. So you dared me to call the show and make up a prospect.
Right.
So I called, and I think Hunter's middle name was Jordan.
Hunter Jordan is correct.
Yeah. So I called, and I disguised my voice, and I said, Lee, Hunter Jordan, the big tackle from Ohio State just signed. What do you know about him? I think he could transform the running game. And Lee knew exactly what was going on. Yep. And he goes, they're impressed with his big NFL body. Questions about his maturity. Thank you for the call.
Yep. When in doubt, make it up. Lee used to walk in, and, you know, we walk in with laptops now and our phones. Lee used to walk in with a stack of files.
Like Michael.
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A stack of files. And you'd call and ask him something, and he would have the right file, and he'd pull it out, and he had all that information. We all now do that with Google Sheets and Word docs and all that, but he was doing it old school. But no, we do goof on Lee a little bit. We should have him on the show at some point, but love the guy. Love the guy. All right, coming up next for you, I mentioned Matthew Berry's got a gigantic new deal with some gigantic names and a new fantasy platform. So we're going to get into that with him coming up next. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about tax relief advocates. So a lot of people out there, and it's interesting, since I've started doing these tax relief advocates ads, I've heard from a bunch of people in my DMs about owing money and what do I do, and you know, it's overwhelming for people, and it can totally weigh you down. And then there are ads out there that are trying to scare you and confuse you. Listen, owing money to the IRS doesn't make you a bad person. Tax Relief Advocates knows that, and they want you to just relax and breathe and take the first step and get out from under all that additional pressure that you don't need. Whether you got $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS one more day. The experts at TRA have a proven 3-step tax resolution process and knowledge of special programs that can significantly reduce, or get this, even eliminate your IRS debt. End your tax nightmare. Get your life back on track. Rest easy. If you owe money to the IRS, you feel you got nowhere to turn, call Tax Relief Advocates today. Simply visit TRA.com. That's TRA.com, or call 800-575-1482. 800-575-1482. One more time, 800-575-1482. And by the way, whenever we do Sports Graffiti, Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you're having any trouble right now, emotional trouble, anxiety, depression, there is a therapist right now that you can talk to from BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy. That's betterhelp.com/timeout. Mental health is health. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep! All-Star Friday night. Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
The 710 softball game. The listener game. The fun and frivolity. And what will Morales wear?
The summer event we all wait for.
Team Cappy versus Team Mace with the 710 Celebrity All-Star Softball Game. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex, and of course, presenting sponsor of the listeners game, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. When accidents happen, we step up to the plate. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit betterhelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. betterhelp.com/timeout.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, whiskey and wing lovers, join us at Pechanga Resort Casino's newest summer festival on Saturday, July 12th. The inaugural Whiskey and Wings Festival features unlimited wings and premium whiskeys from around the world, plus specialty sides and sweet treats brought to you by Pechanga's award-winning culinary team. Enjoy live music, explore the silent auction, and even vote on your favorite wings. Proceeds from the event benefit Habitat for Humanity Inland Valley. VIP hour starts at 11 a.m., general admission at 1 p.m. Located off I-15 in Temecula. Tickets at pechanga.com. Cheers.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon. By the way, earlier this week, we put tickets on sale for the Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party at Hollywood Park Casino, Saturday, July 26th. Tickets sold out in about 12 hours. But that's okay. Keep listening for when we give away tickets soon. And of course, don't forget Hollywood Park Casino, the place to park, party, and play. And if you didn't get your tickets, come on out to All-Star Friday night tomorrow night in West Covina and see Mason in person. And producer Laura, producer Brian Cohen. And maybe you could boo Greg Bergman. Just saying that because the YouTube chat pointed out he got booed last year, and it reminded me. Come on out, boo him. Or boo me. I don't care. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for All-Star Friday night. And Mason and Ireland continues now on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This song from 76.
That's right. But what movie does this make you think of?
Oh, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. No, I'm sorry, Anchorman.
Anchorman for me. It's in both of those, but Anchorman for me.
Yeah, Anchorman for me is when they sing it. That's
right.
Classic. All right, so joining us right now is multimillionaire, another
Love
fantasy
this.
sports platform.
Love this story.
Joining us is Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto, the high-powered businessman. Matthew, what's going on?
Well, thank you. You know, I have many leather-bound books and smell of rich mahogany.
Awesome.
Hey, Matthew, I'll have you explain this new venture that you're in, but one of the things that this is involved in is something I really want to try and I've never done. I want to be in a guillotine league. Explain to people what a guillotine league is and why you're so high on it in this project that you're doing.
It's the greatest fantasy format I've ever played. I played it for the first time and I loved it so much I bought the company.
It sounds incredibly fun.
I want to do a Mason and Ireland league. I want to do like a guillotine league contest with you guys and your listeners that everyone can get into. But it's very simple. It's a fantasy football league. You have a league. You draft a team like normal. You start your lineup like normal. Here's the twist. At the end of the week, the team with the lowest score in the league gets cut, chopped forever. Your season's over.
Relegated.
And you just keep doing that until only one team remains. The other twist of it is that all the players on the team that got chopped go back into the free agent pool.
Oh.
So now every week, instead of like sifting through fourth string running backs and, slot receivers that you hope get 8 points, it's some teams first round pick, some teams second round pick. It's like week 6 and Jamar Chase and Saquon Barkley are on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
And so waivers becomes really, really exciting. There's an influx of talent every single week. The other fun thing about it, and it's 100% free to play. You can sign up now at guillotineleagues.com or check out there's apps in the iOS App Store. You can check it out, all free. But the other thing that's fun about it is that because it's not beholden to the NFL schedule, meaning all you're doing is trying to beat at least one person in your league. You can start a league of whatever size you want as long as you have one more week left in the NFL season than people in your league. So if you start a league right now, you can actually do an 18-person league.
Wow.
When there's 4 weeks left, when there's 4 weeks left in the season, you could start a 5-person league. Like you can start at any week during the NFL season, but right now you can do an 11-person league, a 9-person league, an 18-person league. It's really fun.
All right, so Matthew, is once the waiver wire, let's say all three of us are in the same guillotine league, and I have the lowest total, and I had Jamar Chase. Is the waiver wire work like a normal waiver wire? Is the team that had the fewest amount of points the week before get first pick, or how do you determine who gets first pick on the waiver wire?
Yeah, it's a great question, and the answer is bidding. So everyone starts out with $1,000 of fab money, fake money, whatever you want to call it, free agent acquisition budget.
Yep.
But yeah, everyone has $1,000, and then it's just blind bidding.
So what I want to hear about too is you've funded this operation, and I'm looking at your partners like LeBron James and Joe Burrow and George Kittle and Josh Allen and Jamar Chase and Austin Eckler and Larry Fitzgerald, at least according to this article I'm reading. So what was the pitch like? How did you who was the toughest person to close the deal with?
What's interesting is that the deals weren't that tough to close. I don't mean to sound, but it's a good pitch, right? When you hear about sort of the growth of fantasy life, hey, here's our revenue, here's our numbers, here's our vision, here's our plan. It's a really good pitch. We have some really nice scale, and I have a carve out with NBC to be able to do it. The toughest part isn't necessarily getting the yeses on the investment. The toughest part is just getting in a room with some of these people, right? I mean, honestly, that's the toughest part. And to be clear, in some cases, I'm happy to discuss anyone you want, but in some cases, you're not talking, especially when you're dealing with athletes or celebrities that are, super famous and super rich and, have 8 billion demands on their time. You're dealing with somebody that they've hired to deal with business for themselves. So you're dealing with a business manager, you're dealing with somebody that runs investment for them, somebody that handles this. In the case of LRMR Ventures, which is the family office of LeBron James and Maverick Carter, I pitched to Maverick, not to LeBron. Now, and I don't know what their internal process is, but just so you know, I've met LeBron multiple times, but when it came down to the business pitch, I pitched it to Maverick. Maverick's the CEO of LRMR Ventures, and he's the one that you have the meeting with.
I once saw Maverick, Matthew, and we're talking to Matthew Berry. I saw him once give a commencement speech at the USC Business School, and I was so impressed with this guy. Like literally after 5 minutes, I thought, okay, I get it. I understand why this guy has been successful. Did you have a similar experience? Had you met Maverick before this, or was this your first foray with him?
I knew Maverick socially. I did not. This was my first time ever doing. This is the second round of investment at Fantasy Life, and so Maverick is actually invested in the first round, and he's on our advisory board. So, so this particular was not my first instance. For the first time I pitched to him was the first time that I'd had a business interaction with him. I knew him a little bit socially, and John, he's as smart a person as I've ever met in my life. He is so incredibly insightful and sharp, and sometimes you'll pitch him something and then he'll ask you a question. I'm like, I was hoping I could sort of BS my way through that part. I'm like, all right, you got me. Let me go back. Let me go back, and I'll come back to you with an answer. So he sees through it all, and it keeps me on my toes, which is great. And he's fantastic. And by the way, he also plays Guillotine League and loves it. And he's been the entire LRMR team and SC Holdings, which is our other co-leads run by Jason Stein. They've been unbelievable partners and incredibly helpful. Not just a name and a check. Like they've opened doors for us. They've sent intros. They've walked us into places. Like, I cannot say enough good things about them. It's they've been incredible partners.
Well, it sounds fantastic, man. And again, we will definitely. I want to try this out. I want to try out these.
I'm so in, Matthew. I can't wait. I've never played in a guillotine league, but everything about it sounds like a really fun change of pace. And I'll still do my regular fantasy league, but we absolutely, if you'll let us, we'll absolutely do a Mason and Ireland guillotine league.
That would be awesome. It is. It will make you think about fantasy in an entirely different way. There's a spark to it that like an intensity that you just can't get anywhere else. And John, I'm glad you brought it up, because the thing about Guillotine League, it's like you don't have to give up your regular leagues. This is something that, like, you can even go to your current regular league and say, hey guys, let's all just also try this format, because it's a completely different mindset. In your regular fantasy football league, you're always looking for upside. Who's the home run pick? Here, you're literally looking for floor. You're not trying to win the league, in any given week. You just need to finish second to last. That's your entire goal. So you're just, as you're trying to project players, you're like, who are the guys that are consistent, that are steady eddies, that I know that I can pencil this guy. If I put this guy in, I know he's getting me 12 points, as opposed to a guy that might get me 4 or might get me 18. You always want the 12-point guy, if that makes any sense. So it's a really fun format that makes you think about it differently.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on all the moving and shaking
Matthew.
there.
Really
it
happy
sounds
for you.
fantastic, and we are all in on guillotine leagues this year. And look forward to talking to you. I hope your schedule still allows yourself to come on once a week with us.
Well, I mean, we've only been doing it once a week.
I know.
Is it 22 years?
I never want to assume you're a very busy guy, but we would love to have you on a regular basis again.
I look forward to it always.
All right, cool. Matthew. Hey, and I hope that, I know your plate's getting more full and more full, but you're one of my favorite writers. I hope you still find time to write a little this year.
Thanks. I appreciate that, John. We're having those conversations, so we'll see. There'll definitely be some writing from me. Just how much depends on other factors. But we'll.
I'll take whatever I can
You'll
get.
definitely see something. Thank you. I appreciate the. Yes,
Good.
you always send me the nicest notes, so much appreciated. And thanks for having me on.
All
Appreciate
right.
it, guys.
Thank
All right,
you,
Matthew. Have a great day,
There's
man.
Matthew Berry, talented Mr. Roto, coming up next for you. Amazon has a new policy and some new personnel. I will explain that coming up next for you. Plus, a successful prenup, John. We'll do that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Want to tell you about Cosm, and right now? No? Okay. Thank you.
Not yet. You're jumping the gun.
Walk me. I was going to give away. Isn't it Cosm Ticket Thursday?
It is, but not just this moment.
Not just this moment. Okay, so keep on listening. If you've not been to Cosm yet, you got to get there. Again, it's Cosm Ticket Thursday, so keep on listening for your chance to win tickets to see UFC at Cosm. But they got everything over there. Wall-to-wall screens. You can watch multiple games. Gigantic booth seating in the Cosm Hall with wraparound digital screens. It's amazing. You will feel like you are actually at the event. Great craft cocktails, great beer, terrific food. Max Holloway puts his BMF title on the line against Dustin Poirier in a showdown that redefines intensity, witnesses every strike and every takedown with every moment of UFC action in shared reality. Gotta see this. The fight isn't just on the screen, it is all around you. Step into the dome and feel like you're cage side at the Smoothie Queen Center in New Orleans. This is more than watching a fight. It's like being in the middle of it. To secure your tickets, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep! All-Star Friday night. Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
The 710 softball game. The listener game. The fun and frivolity. And what will Morales wear?
The summer event we all wait for.
Team Cappy versus Team Mace with the 710 Celebrity All-Star Softball Game. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday night is made possible by our friends at Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
Who needs a stadium? Morongo's got a 30-foot video wall, ice-cold brews, and a Wahlburgers 10 feet away from Sideline Sports Bar. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a portable electric lunchbox when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 15th.
Number 2.
Jazz Band and the Delphonics, August 9th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Jeep Gladiator. Earn entries now playing table games. And be here the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win.
Morongo, good times.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
I couldn't sleep at all last night. Just thinking of you.
Oh, yeah, on this date, in what year, Brian?
1961, Bobby Lewis.
Bobby Lewis.
This is before both of us were born. Wow.
This is Michael Thompson music right here. Michael V. Thompson, right? Has he added V to his name?
Oh, that's right.
I needed that to go viral.
Oh, God.
By the way, I think that's real.
Me too.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
they-
it's
I think they are
definitely real.
dating.
I talked to Michael about it. It's deep fake AI
No.
photobomb. Deep fake AI
This is
photobomb.
listen. She put it on her own Instagram. It's her villa.
CGI.
No,
no.
no.
Deep fake AI.
Why would it be? I mean, why would
She
it
knew
be
what she was
fake?
doing.
Yeah, exactly. She knew. She knew. They make a cute couple.
They do. Absolutely. Yeah, I tend to think it is a deep fake, but John, you're entitled to think
I'm
it's real.
all in.
Okay.
I'm all in on Clay and Megan the Stallion.
Yes.
Oh, God. If it happens, I really want to be at that wedding.
And I need you guys to have her. Like, we need to get her on the show.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yes. Imagine how mad Cappy's going to
Fantastic.
be
Oh.
because you guys got her.
Very, very upset. Okay, so I want to get a couple of things in here. John, it looks like Amazon is changing their return policy.
Okay, I just returned something to Amazon today. What are they changing?
If the tag is removed,
okay,
or if it looks worn or used, they will no longer issue a refund.
Wow, they've been super liberal about refunds since they started.
I know. This is apparently people are taking trust me. I think we're all taking advantage to some degree, aren't we?
Yes, and they've changed their policy. I don't even know how many times already. Like from where you can drop it off, how you can drop it off.
They're making it harder.
They're making it harder, but at the end of the day, they're gonna give you your money back. Like Bezos don't need your money.
Well,
Just
what's
right.
amazing about Amazon, too, is that every time I've ever had to return something, they've said, don't even worry about sending it back. We'll just refund your money and you can keep it.
Yep, that's
Which
true.
I think there's probably a price threshold for that. Like if it was an item that was over $100, they'd probably have me send it back.
Yeah, I bought a mattress one time and didn't like it, and said I want to send this mattress back, and they're just keep it. Just keep it.
Yeah, well, because they can't resell it.
But
It's a
like when I
mattress.
see something, my designer is Emma Stone. I do get a lot of clothes from there. But I always, when I order, I'm between a large and an extra large, so I always order both and send one back.
Yeah, that's smart. I do that with certain brands that I know.
But
can
Mace,
do that.
you can still do that, right? You can, as long as you leave the tags on, you can try both on, and then just send the one back you don't use. As long as you leave the tags on.
That's
right?
the way to play it. That's the way to
Okay.
play it. I got one more Amazon story, and this is kind of scary to me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Wall Street Journal is reporting that Amazon is using approximately 1 million robots in their facilities. 1 million
about right.
robots. And they are using humanoid-looking robots with legs, arms, and head. They also have one called the Vulcan that has a sense of touch for picking up items. We're all going to ultimately be replaced by robots, are we not?
Or AI, yeah.
Or AI, yeah. One or the other. 1 million robots, that shocks me. Okay, can you imagine working in a space where humanoid robots are walking around, arms, hands, head? Sounds creepy to me.
One of my friends sent
But
me
it's
a
the
text.
world that's coming.
It is the world that we're on the edge of that, yeah.
So one of my friends sent me a message saying the reason why Amazon is changing the return policy is because of the TV/film industry. It's their fault. And I'm like, explain, elaborate, why?
Yeah. Did she say?
He's typing. Yeah, I have the little three
You got
dots.
3 dots? All right, we'll get an update on that coming up. In the meantime, going to do some What's Up
Hey,
Food.
can I? While we're
Yeah.
talking about Amazon, can I give a shout out to somebody?
Do it.
Our friend Allie Clifton.
Oh, yeah.
Who works
Love
for the
Allie.
Lakers. It was announced today as part of Amazon's new NBA team. Now, she's not leaving the Lakers. She's going to stay and still do Spectrum Sportsnet. But she's going to be one of 3 sideline reporters
Wow.
for the network. It's going to be Cassidy Hubbard,
She's
Allie,
great.
and Christina Pink, who works for the Clippers.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
The analysts are going to be, these 3 are all great guys. These guys are going to be great. Stan Van Gundy, Brent
Great.
Barry. I love that hire. Brent's a great guy. And Del Curry, Steph's dad.
Del Curry, wow.
And the play-by-play guys are going to be Ian Eagle, who's great.
Awesome.
Kevin Harlan,
Oh,
who's
the
a Hall of
best.
Fame good.
Love that guy.
Michael Grady, who's the voice of the Timberwolves.
Yep.
And Eric Collins, who's the voice of the Hornets. So those 4.
This is going to be the NBC NBA package, right?
No, this is Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
NBC's going to have Noah Eagle Ian's son is going to work with Dwayne Wade. Now, but on Amazon, it's going to be Ian, Kevin Harlan, Michael Grady, and Eric Collins, Stan Van Gundy, Brent Barry, and Del Curry, and then Allie, Cassidy Hubbard, and Christina Pink. So that's a knockout lineup. Way to go, Amazon.
Congratulations
you guys killed it.
to all. Absolutely. Coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool. Laura, what do you got?
So really quick update on why it's the TV and film industry's fault. He said because they buy in bulk and return half of it after they use it.
I see. So they buy hundreds of stuff and then send half of it back. Yeah, they're
so
abusing.
They're abusing the Amazon.
And now we've got to pay the price.
Yeah.
I got a funny Amazon return story on that. My dad actually just bought a TV on Amazon a couple weeks ago. It was like a 50-inch, and they sent him a 50-inch mirror. And
really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He said it's the hardest thing he's had to do to get that money back. They did not believe him. They were like, "No, you got the TV." But they sent him a mirror.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe it was a robot's fault too.
Yeah. How did it turn out?
I think he just finally, after like 3 weeks of kind of arguing back and forth, got the refund.
Wow.
But,
yeah. Got a mirror. Did you have something to read too?
I do have something.
Do that. I thought I was doing
Don't miss your chance to press the flesh with us tomorrow at the West Covina Sportsplex. Make sure you bring your coolers, your lawn chairs. It's going to be hot, so stay cool out there. And be ready to root for your favorite 710 personalities during the 4th annual 710 All-Star Game made possible by our friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. See what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Oh, I'm going to talk about ZipRecruiter. I don't know if that went over the air or not, Laura, but thank you for reminding me. ZipRecruiter is something that if you're hiring, you can use for free. Let me say that again. It's free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Now, why do you want to do that if you're hiring? It's because they help you find qualified candidates fast. Or as Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, says, they don't leave anything to chance. It's an algorithm. You can check out the people ZipRecruiter sends you. If you like one or two, you can personally invite them to apply with one click. And here's how quickly ZipRecruiter can help you hire. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Again, that website. To use it for free, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 710 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
And of course made possible by Pro Baller Energy Champions. Choose clean energy. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. And of course made possible by our friends at Legends Attic. Bringing you the Home Run Derby, the Legends launch this year. The ultimate sports fans' dream destination. Legends Attic.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
LAFC is back at BMO Stadium, riding high off a big win and ready to go again on short rest.
LAFC win 3-0, the final score from BMO Stadium. A comprehensive victory over Colorado Rapids.
Saturday, it's LAFC versus FC Dallas under the lights in a Western Conference clash from downtown LA.
Settling their Tillman. DeRozan shot it in! It's a goal!
Pre-match coverage starts Saturday at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. Your home for the black and gold.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at playhbc. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
And before I start What's Up, Fool, I just want to remind you that tomorrow we will be in West Covina at the West Covina Sportsplex, where Mason's team, which I'm a part of, and so is Brian, are going to kick some butt. Yes. We are going to win. We're going to mercy rule that other team that we will not name. Anyways, it is all going down at the West Covina Sportsplex, 2100 South Azusa Avenue in West Covina, made possible by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. When accidents happen, we step up to the plate. Law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Is that right? Are they to the point where they're the team we do not name?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, I will say this. If Kaplan's team beats you tomorrow night, it will be the equivalent of the U.S. beating Russia in the 80 Olympics.
It's Georgetown Chaminade. Virginia Chaminade.
Exactly.
Let's roll.
I will hide for 2 days, not go to the sunset room, and then have to eat it.
If we lose, there is no after
sunset
party.
room,
No,
right?
I'm canceling the after party.
No,
if we
you have
lose.
to walk. You have to sulk away in shame.
Exactly.
You know what? If he wasn't going to go to the sunset room, if he wins, he's going to roll in all pimped.
Absolutely.
Anyways. All right, guys. So during Sunday night's baseball on ESPN, Tatis mentioned that his least favorite place to play is none other than Dodger Stadium. He also admits that his statement was fueled because he gets constantly booed in LA. I mean, come on. Duh. Exactly. And I want to know, do fans booing players create more motivation for them, or does it get in their head?
It's a good question. It probably depends on the player. Some people thrive in that environment.
He does.
Yeah, it's weird. Some people play better when they're focused on other stuff. Some people don't.
Yeah, it's very tricky. Like, I was booing Altuve. Everybody booed Altuve on Saturday at Dodger Stadium. And I thought to myself, am I throwing a log onto the fire, or am I actually affecting him in any way? And at the end of the day, I thought to myself, the booing isn't really for him. It's for me.
Yes.
It makes me feel better that I get to boo him.
He's a little man. He's used to it.
He is a little man. Yes, he is.
Yeah, just saying.
Pocket size. Second baseman.
La Boo Boo.
Yeah.
What's up, fool? All right, guys, I got one here for you that's right up both your guys' alley here. I think you're going to like this one. So, if you didn't know, HBO announced today that they're going to be coming up with an American history sketch comedy show.
I heard about this.
And it's going to be Larry David is going to be one of the creators of it. Yeah, and he's teaming up with Michelle and Barack Obama as like their producer. Their media company is going to be like producing this with Larry David. So it's sketch comedy focused on American history in honor of the country's 250th birthday. But in the press release that they put out today, former President Obama had a pretty funny quote that he said, "I've sat across a table for some of the world's most difficult leaders. Nothing has prepared me for working with Larry David." Are you excited that Larry David is not stepping away from HBO fully and they're coming up with a new sketch comedy show? And do you think it'll work about
I'm
American
all
history?
in, Brian, on anything Larry David does. I went to his play on Broadway. I've seen every episode of Curb. I've seen every episode of Seinfeld. If Larry's doing it, I'm in.
Yeah, I got to say, and by the way, history, I'm fascinated by history too. Like, I think it's Larry David's take on history is going to be fascinating. I mean, do you ever watch Drunk History?
No.
Yeah,
Drunk History is a really funny show where people get drunk while they're talking about history and they keep getting stuff wrong as they go along. It's
That
it's sort
sentence
of like
you just said, people get drunk and talk about history and can't remember what they got right or wrong. That describes my entire history major at UCLA over a 4-year period.
That was your degree.
Yeah.
A history major? I didn't know that.
History major.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so one of the, according to science.
According to science,
this
all right, this is gospel.
This is actually from the Studies in Tourism Management and Frontiers in Psychology, so it is according to science.
Okay.
New studies show that traveling boosts brain power because cultural exposure literally rewires your brain to improve creativity, empathy, and decision-making.
Jeez, Mace, you should be the smartest guy on earth.
Yeah.
Researchers say getting out of your comfort zone and into a new environment helps your mind grow. So, do you feel sharper after a trip or just tired, broke, and sunburned?
You know, there is something about going overseas where you just feel kind of more alert, and everything you see is nothing you've ever seen before. So you do move into this sort of
shift of
learning.
space, right?
Your mind is, it's funny. I just picked up a picture. You know how the iPhone will send you old pictures?
Yeah, on this day, whatever.
They just sent me a photo of me and Juan at Ponte Verde, which is like that famous bridge in Milan. Terrific. I mean, I honestly have learned so much from traveling, and especially when I was younger and I traveled by myself. I backpacked through Europe. I backpacked through Africa. I mean, those were some of the great learning experiences of my life. John, you're pretty smart. You travel nonstop.
Yeah, but I travel domestically. You travel worldwide. I mean, you go to a lot of exotic places. I try and stay within the continental U.S.
So, question, if I may ask you guys, what trip has changed the way you see the world or has changed you? Because, Mason, you talked about, like, I traveled alone, mainly in the United States.
Yep.
But I feel like doing things by yourself allows you to get to know yourself. And not a lot of people are comfortable with doing things by themselves. You know, they feel like they need somebody else.
You know what it makes you? It makes you more willing to talk to other people.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're by yourself. So if you're with somebody, you're talking to somebody.
Right.
You know what's weird about what you guys just said? I have zero issue ever doing anything by myself.
Same. Yeah.
I'll go to the movies by myself.
Same.
I'll play golf by myself. I'll play
dinner by myself.
Yeah, me too.
When I went to Chicago and you mentioned that restaurant,
Gibson's,
I went by myself and the guy was super sweet, but also looked at me like, "Oh, you're eating at a steakhouse by yourself? Poor girl." You know?
I wouldn't think that. I would think good for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I think there's actually something cool about it. You know, like, for
Date
example,
yourself.
In Europe, you sit at a cafe for the afternoon, you have a little espresso, you read a book, you're like in the middle of everything and just So, yeah, I have no issue. In fact, generally speaking, I do go to the movies by myself.
Better.
Juan doesn't like to go to the movies as much as I do, so he sees the big ones and I see the rest. But, yeah, I don't mind being alone. And, John, what would you say is your trip of a lifetime, the one where you learned the most?
Probably when Lisa and I went to Italy circa 2010. I've told you this story, mates, that I got on her because she forgot to rent a car in Venice.
Yep.
And she said to me, "Why do you think that is?" I said, "I don't know, but we got to rent a car." And she goes, "There are no cars in Venice. You go everywhere by boat."
Right.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I mean, but that trip, you know this about me. Once when I take a trip, that kind of checks the box and I never need to go back.
Yeah.
Italy, I would go back. Matter of fact, we may go back next summer.
It's pretty, Italy is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Our target now is Spain. Next year, we would go to Spain.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super psyched
Madrid.
about that.
What's up, fool?
All right. So MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred can't keep, everything he says seems to get taken way out of context kind of deal. Everything is, what he says, people just love to go to it and be like, oh, is he really going to do this? So his latest comments are kind of pushing towards a MLB salary cap at the next CBA. I've heard a lot of different people say that'll never happen. The MLB won't actually, the Players Union won't, they won't agree to the salary cap, so we can look to another lockout kind of deal. And MLB is one of the ones that these players will actually sit out. And, they will hold out kind of deal, not fold under the pressure. But my question here is, Manfred keeps pushing for the salary cap. Don't think it's going to get it. Would it be more beneficial to the competition of baseball if there was a salary cap or a salary floor? What do you think would actually benefit the game?
Those two things have to come in together, Brian. If there's a cap, you have to have a floor.
Do you really think so?
I do, because if not, the Pirates will never spend any money.
Right. No, I'm saying I understand the floor. Like, for example, every team gets handed $70 million at the end of, I guess, every baseball season for revenue sharing. The Pirates' payroll is generally under $70 million. I think a floor makes sense. I
do too.
And by the way, players will push for a floor, no question.
Right. I think that's the only way you could put in a cap, but I'm against a cap.
I am too.
I know the NBA has one. I know the NFL has one. I'm against restricting anybody's earnings.
Yeah,
if somebody can generate $100 million in revenue, he deserves to be paid $100 million.
Yeah, I mean, this is a capitalist society. I mean, on a free market, you look at soccer players overseas and what they make. You tell me LeBron James wouldn't make $100 million? He would. In an uncapped league, LeBron James is a $100 million player right now. I'm anti-salary cap all the way. But, John, I'm anti-salary cap, but pro-salary floor.
Yeah, I think you can't have one without the other because the owners would never accept it.
Then I will go neither. Keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
Oh, we have another one?
You got one more?
I do. Sorry, I had turned off my thing. Oh, Mason, actually, you and I talked about this. Is it Merrick's Tex-Mex Cafe?
Oh, Merrick's in West Hollywood,
West Hollywood reopened and this week after being closed.
So, Mace, do you know where in West Hollywood this place is located?
It is... Let me see if I can describe it.
Because I used to, as you know, I used to live in West Hollywood, so I'm curious, because I don't remember a Mexican place in West Hollywood with a line out the door, but this place does, right, Laura?
Yeah.
So the reason why it had a line out the door because it closed its doors in 2020 because of the pandemic. So people wanted it back, and it was kind of nostalgic. They talked about how the Friends cast used to go there sometimes. And I thought it was interesting, and I brought it up to Mace, and Mace said something that made me crack up. He basically said that's a spot that he could get lucky back in the day. And I was like, great, man.
Yeah.
We all have one of those places.
I don't remember it back in the day.
I was one of the top scorers at Merrick.
There you go. So I wanted to know, really quick, what was your go-to spot to get lucky? Like, where was your restaurant, your bar?
No, I swear to God, Merrick's was my spot.
Really?
Oh, Merrick's was my spot. Yeah, Friday nights at Merrick's, look out. I'm there.
Mason's there.
Yeah. Ireland, where'd you go to get lucky?
Well, in Westwood, when I was in college, there was a place called Stratton's, and all girls got 2-for-1 free drinks.
Oh, my God. That's
so if you bought one drink, they got a second drink. So they would just flock in there, and so it was a target-rich environment for guys because all the girls would go there for the 2-for-1.
Sure.
So that was the spot.
Brian, where'd you go for your casual hookups?
Don't really have a spot. The whole world.
The whole
The world is his casual hookup.
It's fantastic.
Oasis, all of it.
All right, there you have that. John, coming up next, we've talked about prenup agreements, but there's one that seems to be working, and I'll tell you what it is. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep! All-Star Friday night. Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
The 710 softball game. The listener game. The fun and frivolity. And what will Morales wear?
The summer event we all wait for.
Team Cappy versus Team Mace with the 710 Celebrity All-Star Softball game. Press the flesh with us. The West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday night made possible by our friends at All Pro Plumbing. One call solves all. All Pro Plumbing.
Have you checked out the new Park West Bicycle Casino? Only 9 miles from downtown LA, right off the 710? The bike has been reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and 200 table games. On July 15th, buy in for $100 and get $100 in Lucky Chips plus $50 in free play chips. ESPN listeners get $30 in match play when they walk in and say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. GER-001291, 001289, 001292. PSI license number 1358.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon. By the way, earlier this week, we put tickets on sale for the Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party at Hollywood Park Casino, Saturday, July 26th. Tickets sold out in about 12 hours. But that's okay. Keep listening for when we give away tickets soon. And of course, don't forget Hollywood Park Casino, the place to park, party, and play. And if you didn't get your tickets, come on out to All-Star Friday night tomorrow night in West Covina and see Mason in person. And producer Laura, producer Brian Cohen. And maybe you could boo Greg Bergman. Just saying that because the YouTube chat pointed out he got booed last year, and it reminded me. Come on out, boo him. Or boo me. I don't care. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for All-Star Friday night. And Mason and Ireland continues now on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
I'm sure we're playing this for a reason.
Number one hit, 2004, a little Fantasia.
Fantasia
Didn't she win American Idol?
Yeah, she was an American Idol person.
She's amazing in concert.
She's got a great. Have you seen her in concert?
Great.
She's got an amazing voice. Yeah. All right, so tomorrow's a huge day for us. It is our All-Star Friday night. It's at the West Covina Sportsplex. And one of our partners on this is Pro Baller Energy. And joining us right now from Pro Baller Energy is Jeff Kerr. Jeff, thanks a lot for coming on, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm really excited about doing the event and being a part of this thing this weekend or this Friday night. So, yeah, Pro Baller is excited to be a contributor.
Hey, Jeff, I got a weird kind of tweet that I think you'll like the other day. A guy went in and bought some Pro Baller Energy at Costco, and he said the Lakers souvenir can, is so handsome and so good looking.
It's amazing.
That he's refusing to open the Pro Baller Energy because he's using the can as a decorative item. You've created a whole new art industry, Jeff Kerr. Do you know that?
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. I mean, it jumps off the table. We're doing quite well with them. We're going to be there in a capacity that we're going to be giving out those Laker cans, and all of our drinks are going to be sampled at the event.
Nice.
Every single Laker fan that comes, or every fan that comes, is going to have an opportunity to have a free can. We're going to give them out. We're going to bring a couple pallets in tomorrow. and light this place up like a Christmas tree. Have some fun.
That is, well, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to the gym right after the show, so I'm having one right now, man.
And let me just say this. So for me and you guys, for all of us to realize that our drinks are finally good for you. To be really candid with you guys about our drinks, we didn't really formulate it as an energy drink. We were nominated as Tequila Aficionado Mixer of the Year in 2021. And what we did is we put 830 B12, vitamin B12, 830%, 470 of your vitamin B6, 190 B3. We're not a caffeine-driven drink. You want to feel better? You want something that's finally good for you, that gives you an edge, that doesn't make your heart pound? And I'm not trying to oversell it. I'm just letting you know that we made something good for you. We got lucky. We made a drink to mix with booze, and we end up in Costco as a vitamin drink.
Right. So, Jeff, I'll leave you with this. The other thing that makes Pro Baller Energy different is I used to drink all those, I don't want to name names, but those small bottles.
Those little small bottles.
And those are the
I know
ones,
what they are.
Yeah, those are the ones that made my heart race. And then at some point of the day, I would crash. I don't crash when I drink Pro Baller Energy. Why is that? Why don't I crash?
It's vitamin driven. You're not putting 220 milligrams of synthetic caffeine in your body. Let's just start with that. This drink's got inositol for diabetic nerve pain. It's got carnitine for muscle soreness and weight loss. It's got milk thistle to help your liver. It's not a lot of all of it, but it's just enough. And my comment again is we would have never been able to get them NSF Sport certified. Every single can is tested by the NSF to guarantee our drinks are safe, effective, and free from any banned substances. There's nothing that can hurt you. We have 90-year-old people drinking it.
That's awesome, man.
Love it,
Well,
Jeff. Love it. Can't wait to see you out there tomorrow. Go get them.
Yeah, we're going to have fun tomorrow, Jeff. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, and my comment to all you guys is one last thing is that I'm a huge Laker fan. And John and Steve and Sedano and Cappy and DeMarco, and I listen to you guys every day, John. I just wanted, I didn't get a chance to talk to you when you were busy at that event we were at.
Yeah.
Your commentating is like what Chick does.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
I can see it when I'm in my car. And
beautiful.
And I tell you what, that's unbelievable. I love you.
Jeff, I'm glad you like it, and thank you for the compliment, and thank you for being a part of All-Star Friday night. Looking forward to it.
And one last thing, guys.
Yes.
Amazon, just to close, you can buy right now Pro Baller on Amazon, deeply discounted for the Prime Days through 7-Eleven. We're doing it for this event. So visit the Pro Baller store right now on Amazon, and you'll be able to get a discount on them.
Awesome, man.
Great stuff,
Jeff. I'll see you tomorrow, man. I'm going to down one of these before I hit the gym.
Oh, you're going to love it. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Jeff. See you tomorrow.
There's Jeff Kirk. So that's interesting. So it's vitamin-driven and
Right.
not caffeine-driven.
And apparently you can mix it with tequila.
Which is perfect. Somebody asked, when we have our big 21st birthday private podcast party, someone suggested that we have a signature drink, and really, there is only one. We should be serving the Worthy Splash.
Oh, and it's easy to make, and it tastes great, and that's a great idea.
Yeah,
we're in.
So Worthy Splash, the official drink of the 21st birthday secret podcast. Is it a secret? I don't know.
All right, so you teased a prenup. Now, as you know, Mace, I have a storied history with prenups. I asked my dad once, should I get one? He said, yeah, go ahead and ask Lisa, see how that goes for you. I asked Lisa, and she didn't talk to me for 2 days, and hence I have no prenup. Now, you say you found someone that has a prenup that works for both sides?
Yeah, so Kelly Stafford was on her podcast, and
that's
talked,
Matthew Stafford, the quarterback of the Rams' wife.
She talked about how she worked it out with Matthew.
When we were going through this 10 years ago, and I had been with my husband for a while before it, but I was still young and very naive of this whole situation. And when we got engaged, we'd talked about prenups even before getting engaged. And I again was very naive and was like, I feel like we're planning our divorce before we're getting married. I don't really love the idea. But then again, I had to look at the other direction and say, well, if we never get divorced, we'll never need it anyway. So like, why wouldn't I? And he was very, honestly, it was, and it doesn't even matter. It was very fair. He was obviously very generous in it all. But I think sometimes when you think prenups, you think it's a negative connotation.
And she thought, no, this worked out okay. Matthew was generous. I assume, by the way, anybody who's super rich should probably have a prenup.
What surprises me about the Staffords is that they met when they were at Georgia.
Yeah.
So she's been with them the whole time. And most of the time, couples like for example, Michael doesn't have a prenup.
Right.
But if Clay got married to Megan the Stallion,
yeah.
I would think a prenup would be important for both sides, right? Because they both have money.
You each keep your stuff, right?
Right.
And I would imagine that if God forbid, Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos ever have a falling out,
or somebody comes along that makes more money than Jeff,
which is hard to find.
Yes.
You would, I'm sure there's just a lump sum payment. You get X number of millions of dollars if this doesn't work out, right?
I would think.
I
know that
Jeff
they were
Bezos has to have a prenup, right?
Well, they were married. They were supposed to be married a year ago, and it got held up over the prenup. So they worked it out somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know what they finally settled
No,
on.
I think they can be useful. I don't think it necessarily dooms a relationship.
Oh, no.
I think it kind
either.
of makes things professional and easy if it goes wrong.
Well, particularly if you come to the marriage with previous assets. If you come to the marriage, like when I got married to Lisa, I really didn't have any money. So, I didn't lose that much by not getting a prenup. And frankly, Mace, I don't think I could have talked her into it anyway.
You don't think so?
Nah. She wasn't having it. And she thought, well, if we're either in this together or we're not.
Right.
And I saw her side of it, and I said, okay, I don't have any money anyway. Let's go for it.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been different. Now, for me, I'm not married, but we've been together a long time.
Although, if you guys broke up, either one of you could argue common law.
Correct.
Because you've both been together so long.
Yes. And but we don't have a prenup, postnup, any of that stuff.
Laura, if you get married to Christian, are you guys going to have a prenup?
We're both not financially there, so it doesn't matter. But if let's say he was balling, then yeah, I wouldn't have an issue.
Brian, you and Allison don't have one, do you?
No, I don't think the word prenup has ever come out of my
mouth.
mouth.
Who gets copper?
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
That would be a hard one.
That's
I'd go down
such
swinging.
a hard one.
Okay, I have a thing. So my sister-in-law was supposed to get married, and her ex-fiance has a dog now. But,
right.
They got a dog together. And she said, you can keep whatever the bleep you want. I'm keeping the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew that she wanted the dog, so he kind of put up a fight. And she's like, I'm a lawyer, baby. Come at me. And she kept the dog.
That's right out of Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
Remember in Legally Blonde, I'm taking the dog. And Jennifer Coolidge goes in and takes the dog. Yeah.
I have a broken up couple, friends broken up, that have what they call joint custody of the dog.
Does it work?
No.
The dog does go back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, the dog does go back and forth.
What's weird about that, Mace, is then the person has to be in your life.
That is hard.
I almost would give up the dog to not have to deal with the person. You know what I'm saying? So think about this. Think about the ex that drove you the most crazy, whether they broke up with you or you broke up with them. Would you want joint custody of a dog if you still had to deal with the person?
It's funny you say this because I had joint custody of a business with an ex.
I remember that.
That went on a long time after we split up.
Yeah, I remember that. You guys kind of handled it, though.
Oh, yeah. No, we worked it out. But, it's now that everything's over, I don't think I've talked to him in a decade.
Right, which is what you want.
Which is what I want. Yeah. But, yeah, you're right. You'd stay entangled with that person if you have joint custody of a dog.
It's the old line, you know why divorce is so expensive? It's worth it.
Yeah, worth it. Exactly. Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, what you shouldn't do if you're traveling with a bag of drugs, and if you're playing big-time college football, you got to eat a lot before a game. That's coming up next for you. It is Cosm Ticket Thursday, so right now, caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN. See Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, UFC 318 at Cosm, coming up next Saturday, July the 19th. Right now, caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN. Your chance to win. In the meantime, don't forget, you can get your tickets still at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. All right, wake up, LA. Start your day like a champ. You know, it's funny. I saw this on a billboard when I was driving in this morning. And, of course, it's a Jacob Imrani, the big yellow billboard. And it's the reminder I needed. Champions don't always feel great. Sometimes you wake up tired. Sometimes they're dealing with stress or injury or bad news or any of that stuff. But they keep on going. And if you've been in an accident, you got to have a team that brings that same Los Angeles champion mindset to your corner. That's what the law offices of Jacob Imrani does. From handling the insurance company to getting your car fixed to making sure you get the right medical care, they do everything for you, and you don't pay unless Jacob wins your case. Start your day strong. Start your day focused. And if you ever need help after an accident, call Jacob. He's the real deal. Save this number, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
That's calljacob.com. Rams, Lakers, LAFC, and I trust Jacob's championship team. So should you. Follow at call.jacob on Instagram and Facebook and start your day inspired. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 710 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
And of course made possible by Pro Baller Energy Champions. Choose clean energy. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. And of course made possible by our friends at Legends Attic. Bringing you the home run derby, the Legends launch this year. The ultimate sports fans' dream destination. Legends Attic.
Beat the heat this summer with NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. If your AC breaks down, don't hesitate. Call NextGen now and enjoy expert installation on any new system. For a limited time, combat SoCal's air quality and reduce dust in your home with a free no-ozone air purifier included with any new AC system install. Call 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173, lifetime warranty on selected items.
If you've been thinking about selling your home and you've heard about Seller's Advantage on the radio or seen them around town, you might be a little skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes from sellers in Southern California for over 20 years. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer that can match what you'd end up with after paying for expensive repairs and agent commissions without the hassle of listing your home. Plus, they take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or, better yet, go to their website, sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Pechanga Resort Casino is giving away a new Mercedes-Benz and Easy Play every Friday in July. Use your club card to earn entries into the drawing while you play your favorite slot machines and table games. Be there every Friday night for the drawing and to activate your entries. You must be present to win. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino and you could drive home in a brand new Mercedes-Benz this July. Located off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more info.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
And it is Mason and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. And we know Mason loves to throw out scenarios.
I threw a bunch of scenarios out there yesterday. A lot of people screamed at me on Twitter, which is fine. Don't use all caps. Don't use all caps.
More of Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
And hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again.
The new Superman movie comes out this weekend, John. Any interest?
Yeah, I've heard it was good.
So
I heard the guy, I think he's an Australian or British dude that plays Superman. He's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, supposed to be good. I have never been a big DC Comics guy. I find Superman to be the most boring of superheroes. Brian, how do you feel about Superman?
I'm a Batman guy. I'll just leave it at that.
I am too.
Yeah.
So DC, yeah, I'm good with that. So one of the reasons I'm boycotting this movie, John, is I'm boycotting. It's a full-on boycott.
Why?
James Gunn is the director. There's Superman has a dog in this thing. Dog's name is
Decoy?
No, it's not Decoy. He's got like a little super dog. And they started showing the movie, and part of it tested really badly. Do you know this story, Brian?
I don't know.
Okay.
Did they kill the dog?
No. The bad guy punched the dog.
No.
Yes. And as was said by one of the actors, you can't punch a dog.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Punch a dog. Now, just the fact that there was a dog punching scene in there, do you think I should boycott the movie?
Well, I'll just tell you this. I have never gone back and watched the original John Wick.
No, it's terrible.
Because they kill his dog.
Right, and you know it's a beagle, and I had a beagle. I walked out of that movie.
So
and now
I do
love
not,
the John Wicks.
I do not besmirch you or mock you if you do boycott this movie, because if you're a dog lover and you see a dog get killed, or in this case punched, that's a big turnoff. So I'm with you on
Brian,
that. I support your boycott.
Well, my only question here is, you love Anchorman. Isn't the dog gets punted off the bridge?
Oh,
of
good point.
Anchorman?
Baxter,
Good point.
I mean,
Baxter.
He did wind up in a glass case of emotion.
No, he doesn't kill Baxter, does he? Doesn't Baxter
no,
survive
like
it?
Jack Black punched him.
Right.
Yeah, but doesn't Baxter swim to the end?
Wait a minute, does Baxter survive Anchorman?
He survives, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure he does, because doesn't he get caught at the end? He gets caught in the zoo enclosure.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, Baxter did okay.
Right, but the dog still gets...
Wasn't it Jack Black that punted him off the bridge?
That's how I roll.
Yeah, that's how I roll. That's right. All right, so Ireland, I love the fact that you can eat absolutely anything you want without gaining any weight whatsoever.
This is true. I have a weird metabolism.
Because I love food, right? I love eating. I love food. And I mentioned this last week. I've been on a diet since 1983. Every day. How much did I eat?
83?
Oh, yeah, 83.
Me, 88 since I was born.
Since you were born?
Yeah.
Yeah, since I left college. So I really wish I had been an offensive lineman. Because offensive linemen get to eat.
Now, but this is pretty amazing what this guy eats.
So this guy is an offensive lineman. His name is Jennings Dunker. He's an offensive lineman at Iowa. And he must consume at least 5,000 calories a day. So here's how he gets ready for a game. Start with the Friday night. Game is on Saturday. Friday night, 2 to 3 servings of pasta with meat sauce, a few rolls, a 12-ounce steak, 2 servings of fruit. The next morning, game day, 3 hamburgers, 3 bags of baked Lay's potato chips, drip drop hydration mix, and hot chocolate. And then Saturday morning, 4 pieces of toast, 2 bowls of Wheaties, few pancakes, 2 chicken breasts, 24 ounces of water, drip drop hydration mix, 4 pieces of toast, honey stringer energy waffle chew. I mean, all this stuff. He gets to eat everything.
Mace,
yeah.
I looked at this guy's 3-day diet.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this for hyperbole. I honestly believe it. I think he eats as much in 3 days that I eat in 3 weeks. Look at that list again.
Okay.
I think that could keep me covered for 3 weeks.
So 2-3 servings of pasta with meat sauce. That's a
Okay,
couple
so
meals,
that
right?
I would do 1, for lunch or for dinner, and
Yep.
he's doing 3. All right, keep going.
He rolls.
How many?
He says a few.
All right, I can make do with 1.
A 12-ounce steak.
I would have that for dinner one night. And by the way, I only need about half that. I only need like 6-8 ounces.
3 burgers.
Again, it would be over 3 nights.
Pancakes.
I eat pancakes very rarely, but if I had pancakes for breakfast, that would be all I would eat, and it would take me all the way to dinner.
4 chicken breasts.
Again, 4 days for me.
Double bacon cheeseburger, no vegetables.
Well,
you don't want any vegetables?
That's on top of the 3 burgers?
Yeah, on top of the 3 burgers. Now,
wouldn't that last me for 3 weeks?
Yeah, that's
More than 3 weeks.
That's impressive that he can actually put all that down.
I got to be honest, it would last me for 2. This is 2 weeks of food, isn't it, Brian?
It's not.
Yeah, maybe. 2-3
Come on,
weeks. 2-3
4
weeks.
burgers? I'm not going to eat more than 1 burger a night.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
that would get you through 4 days. And then you could have the bacon cheeseburger on the 5th day and the steak, which would take me 2 days to eat, on the 6th and 7th day, and you still got food left over.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 weeks for me and probably 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 2 weeks for me because I'm trying to consume about 2,000 calories a day, attempting badly.
Wow.
It's a goal.
Are you going over?
Stretch goal. I'm going a little over. So came across this story, John. This is 2 men in Wisconsin. You would think Florida, but 2 men in Wisconsin. They were arrested Tuesday after they were found to be concealing drugs in a bag.
Okay.
The interesting thing is the bag was labeled definitely not a bag full of drugs.
Okay.
It was drugs. Now, this is something that has been going on, apparently. In Portland last year, a man got arrested, had a sizable amount of cash, had a bag labeled definitely not a bag of drugs. Inside 10 grams of meth and fentanyl. Then a man in Florida. Oh, here he is, man in Florida. Definitely not a bag full of drugs. It said on the bag. Had meth and all this stuff. Now, my question is, I guess it's kind of funny to us, but if you were carrying around drugs in a bag, why would you say definitely not a bag full of drugs? Like, who came up with that idea? Like, do you think a cop
I draw
would look at
attention
that?
to it. Yeah.
Correct. It's like, I see definitely not a bag full of drugs. I'm immediately like, well, you protest too much. There must be drugs there.
Yeah, I would make no mention of drugs if I was carrying drugs.
Yes. Yeah. Steer clear.
Like, I haven't cheated when you've cheated. You know, like those people that are like just telling on themselves all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
dumb.
why bring it up?
All right, so real quick here, I want to get this in. Bergman was all over me today to make a lineup for tomorrow night's All-Star
I thought
game.
you already did.
Yeah, now we got other. So I got the full lineup now. There's 14 people in this lineup, apparently.
Look at you.
They're-
Are you
they're-
mad?
That's too many.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
What are you gonna do?
Listen to the line. Brian Cohn leads off, plays third base. I moved Brian Kamenetsky because of you, John, to the second hole, and he's
Wow,
pitching.
no, you got to move him the other way.
You have not seen this kid play.
Oh, my gosh, that is awful.
Kirk Morrison batting third and left field. Jorge, shortstop, batting cleanup. DeMarco Farr, first base, batting fifth. Second base, Shadano, me, DH, DeAndre Hawkins, right field, Ozzie from Children's Dental Fund Zone in left center, Manny Poveda from our sales team in right center, Darrell Evans, Kings legend. He's going to DH. Now, if he brings a glove, we'll put him out there, but right now I've got him down as a DH, and then Funch catching and Laura as a DH. Laura, I'm sorry I've got you last in this 14-person lineup.
I've got your problem solved.
Okay.
Switch Darrell Evans and Brian Kamenetsky in the batting order.
Really? Do you have you seen Darrell Evans play?
He's a professional athlete.
But I mean, it was
and hockey
several
players,
years ago.
Hockey players have really good wrists, so I bet you he can hit.
But he might show up wearing one of his fancy suits.
So what? Let him hit in the suit. You're going to win anyway. You got the better team, although they keep gerrymandering.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
rosters.
what Cappy's up to. They're stealing
Well,
players.
Cappy and Morales are in it together. Those guys are attached at the hip, so they're going to try something.
They really are. They are.
They're going to
attached
try
the hip.
something to screw you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, coming up next. Oh, yeah, the caller daddy girl.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, I've got a different take.
Well, you of course have sang the anthem. I have not.
Yes, correct. We'll talk about that coming up next. In the meantime, this is an ad for BetterHelp. Workplace stress is one of the top causes of mental health issues. 61% of the global workforce say they're experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. You got it. Work. Maybe you can't get a vacation day or a personal day or a holiday day or whatever that is, and you need a long-term solution to stress because it beats you up. I've been there, whether it's been super stressed, like when I was working in New York, that was super stressed, or depressed. Listen, it happens, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's no stigma. I've benefited from therapy, and you can too. BetterHelp has got 30,000 therapists. It's the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people. Convenient. Join a session with a therapist at the click of a button. You can fit therapy into your life, switch therapists at any time. I'm telling you, BetterHelp. If you're dealing with any mental health issues right now, BetterHelp is there for you. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. Definitely find a way to talk to somebody. BetterHelp is perfect. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep! All-Star Friday night. Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
The 710 softball game. The listener game. The fun and frivolity. And what will Morales wear?
The summer event we all wait for.
Team Cappy versus Team Mace with the 710 Celebrity All-Star Softball Game. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. And, of course, presenting sponsor of the listeners game, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. When accidents happen, we step up to the plate. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Disney's Descendant Zombies Worlds Collide Tour. Live in concert. July 23rd at Crypto.com Arena. A one-of-a-kind live concert experience starring Kylie Cantrell, Freya Sky, Malia Baker, Malachi Barton, Dara Renee, Joshua Colley, and Makana Knife. Live on stage, singing all the hits from the movies. Tickets on sale now at DescendantZombiesLive.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon. By the way, earlier this week, we put tickets on sale for the Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party at Hollywood Park Casino, Saturday, July 26th. Tickets sold out in about 12 hours. But that's okay. Keep listening for when we give away tickets soon. And of course, don't forget Hollywood Park Casino, the place to park, party, and play. And if you didn't get your tickets, come on out to All-Star Friday night tomorrow night in West Covina and see Mason in person. And producer Laura, producer Brian Cohen. And maybe you could boo Greg Bergman. Just saying that because the YouTube chat pointed out he got booed last year, and it reminded me. Come on out, boo him. Or boo me. I don't care. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for All-Star Friday night. And Mason in Ireland continues now on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
John Fogerty in hot rotation today. So, John.
Yes, sir.
Quick answer. Gut reaction.
Okay.
Rui Hachimura plus Dalton Connect for Andrew Wiggins. Who says no?
The Lakers.
The Lakers say no.
Yeah. I think. I don't want to disrespect Andrew Wiggins. He's a good player. And,
he's a pretty good defender, too.
I always tell you, whoever gets the best player in a trade normally wins. But he's got years left on his contract, so that means I'd have to look to see how many, but, they're concerned about keeping their cap space free. And the two things the Lakers need are size and shooting. And although Andrew Wiggins is a great player, he's not overly big. He's about 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". Rui's about 6'9". And Dalton Connect's a better shooter than Andrew, although Andrew is probably the best player of the three. I would pass if I was the Lakers. How about you?
I would pass if I was the Lakers because I would rather have Rui Hachimura than Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, I think so too.
Last year, Wiggins is not a good shooter, shot 33% from three, and career-wise, he's not a great three-point shooter. Last year, Rui shot 39.5%, almost 40% from three. And Rui is a very versatile wing defender. This trade is floating around out there, and, who knows what Dalton Connect is? We just don't know. It's too early to say. But I would rather have Rui than
if
have
it were
Andrew
up to me,
Wiggins.
I obviously don't have a voice in the room, but if it were up to me, I would pass on that trade if I was the Lakers.
So there is, if you know who she is, Alex Cooper. She does the Call Her Daddy podcast, which is like one of the most popular podcasts in the world.
She's also the subject of a documentary, I think, on Hulu.
Okay.
I could be wrong about the network, but there's a documentary about her and her life that I checked out for the first 30 minutes. It's not bad.
Okay. So she went to Wrigley Field. I think this was on Sunday Night Baseball. And she was invited
to do a big audience.
She was invited to do "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," not the national anthem, but "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And she was booed, and this is why.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Mommy's on peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care. Never come back. So let's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Yeah, lifetime ban from Wrigley Field.
Lifetime ban?
Lifetime ban.
Why?
Rob Manfred should issue a ban.
The song is a sing-along song.
But she has disrespected the song.
Was horrible.
Wait a minute. You can disrespect the "Take Me Out to the Ball." You can't disrespect the anthem.
You're right, but she's disrespecting.
I mean, Harry Carey used to.
But he's Harry Carey. She's Alex Cooper. I mean, she can't get away with. And the truth is, John, you have to respect. She doesn't have any respect for the seventh inning stretch.
I don't think the seventh inning stretch is something. It's a sing-along song.
Yeah.
Don't they have a celebrity do it every time?
Yeah, but never. How many times have you heard a bad celebrity do it? None. Alex Cooper's the one that's making news because that was really bad. And she had no respect for the song. She had no respect for the Cubs. She had no respect for those fans. And she had no respect for the seventh inning stretch.
I think you're vastly overreacting to the Alex Cooper singing of the song,
no,
but you be you.
I think it's fair. Brian, am I right? It's kind of outrageous.
I don't know. If I was there in that game, I think I would have enjoyed it.
Really?
I would too.
Stadium. Yeah, it's a little comic relief.
I would have.
Right.
I would have booed.
And
I've been part of the boo crowd.
she's famous because of the podcast. She's really good looking. I mean, let her sing the song. Who cares?
Yeah, lifetime ban.
I don't know if I would go that far, but I had seen this and I had it on
one season, banner for one season.
Maybe like one season. She doesn't need a lifetime ban. Whatever.
What she doesn't
She's
need.
probably never going to wander into a baseball game the rest of her life.
Take me out.
Yeah,
So bad.
Laura, she sounded a little mannish, didn't she?
She did it on. That's the thing. She wasn't even trying, and she was trying to be funny, but it came off as like. Beep,
Yeah,
like,
she was
you know
trying to
what I
be
mean?
funny, exactly.
Yeah, because she was trying to sound mannish and be funny and quirky, but it just didn't hit at all.
Yeah, it did not hit. That's why people booed,
it's
and
like,
that's why the Cubs have banned her for life.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
By the way, I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm as a Dodger fan.
Yes,
I'm worried about the Cubs in the playoffs. I think
Cubs
they're
are
really good.
Very good.
Yeah,
Cubs, I think now are tied with for the best record in baseball.
I
with
would
the
want to
Dodgers.
play them in a long series rather than a short
Agreed.
series.
Agreed. They really look good. All right, coming up next for you, Game of Games. It is my game today. It is, I'll just say it's kind of football themed. We'll do it coming up next. In the meantime, do I have something here?
No.
Nothing.
I was like,
We've had
what?
so many things that we have read today. I thought maybe I was missing one, but no.
You are professional, sir.
Excellent.
Hey,
Professional.
Laura, did you recruit anyone to play Game of Games?
I'll have one of the kids in the back.
All right.
Yeah.
They wanna
By the
be
way,
grouped
they
together.
like to be referred to as the dudes in the back.
Yeah, they're getting the kids in the back.
Yeah.
Screw you.
All right, we'll do Game of Games coming
How
up
about
next
the
for you.
people that don't listen to the show, even though they're 15 feet from Mason?
That is true.
That should be their name.
True.
Wow.
I can't even hold the social media room paying attention here. All right, Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
You can make a good omelet with 2 eggs at the house.
At least 3 eggs. I think you should say things like at the crib rather than at the house. Sounds cooler.
Okay.
You can use 2 eggs when you're at the crib versus you can use 2 eggs when you're at the house. Crib versus house.
Okay.
Makes you sound cooler.
All right. Sedano and Cap weekdays at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at GeorgeChevy.com. That's GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is my game today. We've got our players are Ireland, Laura, BC, and who's playing over there? Anthony's playing.
Parker.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I see the mustache, and I'm like, it must
Mustache.
be
Graham,
Parker.
you want to play for us now?
Yeah, no, sorry about that. I can't
Get
see
over it,
there.
man. You haven't even won one this month.
Grow up, Parker.
God.
All right. So here we go. We've got a game of Who Said It. I've got a list of famous quotes.
Okay.
The answer for each one is either Sean McVay, Jim Harbaugh, or Pete Carroll. Who said it?
Okay.
So jot down those names so you know. Let's start out with this one. You've got to be obsessed with improvement. Is that McVay, Harbaugh, or Pete? John Ireland.
Harbaugh or Pete.
You've got to be obsessed with improvement.
I'll say that's Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Laura.
I'll go McVay.
Going McVay. Brian.
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Parker.
Let's go, Pete.
Correct answer. Parker's on the board. It is Pete Carroll. Yes.
There you go, Parker.
Here we go.
Number 2.
Anthony.
I don't take vacations. I don't get sick. I don't observe holidays. I am a jackhammer. Is that McVay, Harbaugh, or Pete? Laura.
I'll go with Harbaugh.
Going with Harbaugh. Brian?
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Let's see. Parker.
Let's keep it going. Harbaugh.
Harbaugh in Ireland.
Unanimous. I think it's Harbaugh.
It is absolutely Harbaugh. The Harbaugh quotes are interesting in this game.
Well, because they're all pretty black and white
He's
like
pretty
that,
funny.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Number 3. The best leaders are the best communicators. Clear, direct, and authentic. Is that Jim Harbaugh, Sean McVay, or Pete Carroll, Brian Cohen?
McVay.
McVay. Parker.
Carroll.
Carroll. Ireland.
I think it is McVay.
McVay. And Laura.
McVay.
McVay is the correct answer. Yes, he is the one that said the best leaders are the best communicators, clear, direct, and authentic.
Wait
All
a
right.
minute. Did everybody but Parker got that?
Yeah, I've got
That
everybody
means-
with 2.
Yep, that means it's a dead even tie.
Number 4. You have to treat every moment like it matters because it does. Parker Bell. Is that Pete Carroll, Sean McVay, or Jim Harbaugh?
Pete.
Pete. Ireland.
You haven't had a Pete yet. I'll go Pete.
Going Pete. Laura.
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Brian.
McVay.
Correct answer. That is Pete Carroll.
All right. Who got that besides me?
Anthony.
Parker.
And Parker. Let's not confuse things, Parker.
All right, Parker and I have the lead with 3 each.
All right. Number 5. You can't just coach football. You have to connect. People respond when they feel that. Is that McVay, Carroll, or Harbaugh, John Ireland?
That sounds like McVay.
Says McVay. Laura.
I do think it's McVay. Your delivery was more Harbaugh, but it's McVay.
Okay, I'm not trying anything tricky with my delivery,
Okay,
but
just
okay.
saying.
Brian Cohen.
McVay.
McVay. And Parker.
I'll go Harbaugh.
Correct answer. It's Sean McVay. Yeah. He said you can't just coach football. You got to connect. People respond when they feel that. All right, number 6. What's the score, John?
Ireland 4, everyone else 3.
Okay. Number 6. Real toughness is doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, regardless of how you feel. Is that Harbaugh, Carroll, or McVay? We should start with you, John. Real toughness is doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, regardless of how you feel.
I'm going Harbaugh.
Laura.
I'll go Carroll.
Brian.
Harbaugh.
And Parker.
Harbaugh.
Correct answer is Harbaugh. Yeah, that's Jim Harbaugh. His quotes are really
Yeah,
they stand
I
out
thought-
a little bit. Yeah, they
I
stand
had it-
out.
I actually had instead of Carol. That's why I went there. But
All right, number 7. John has the lead here. We're trying to build a culture of accountability and love of the game. We're trying to build a culture of accountability and love of the game. Is that Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, or Sean McVay? John.
That could be any of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Brian Cohen.
For love of the game, it's got to be Hardball.
Parker Bell.
Professor Carroll.
Laura.
McVay.
Correct answer. Pete Carroll. Yeah. Pete Carroll takes the point there. So Ireland's got a lead now.
I think I'm done.
Did anyone else get that besides me?
I did. I should be, I think, one behind.
Yeah,
you're
Parker's
one.
hanging in
Parker's
there.
in it. He's one behind me.
I've got 2 more. Is everybody
Okay.
still in?
Brian and Laura are out.
Okay.
It's
Number
down
8.
to me and Parker, and I have to go first.
Number 8. You don't get what you want, you get what you earn. You don't get what you want, you get what you earn. Is that Pete Carroll, Sean McVay, or Jim Harbaugh? We start with Ireland.
You sure you're not? It wasn't Mick Jagger?
Right. It does sound a little bit like those lyrics, but no.
Okay. You get what you want, you get what you earn. I'm going Harbaugh.
Okay. Parker,
you don't have to.
You don't have to
you
go
don't have to
different,
go
but you
against
can.
me, but you can.
Get what you earned. Let's go, Harbaugh.
Correct answer. Harbaugh, yes.
Ooh.
You were
Okay,
smart
Parker,
to
that was
go
well
there.
handled.
All right.
All right, I got to hold you off on one more.
Defense.
Number 9. The game doesn't care how old you are. If you can ball, you can ball. Ireland, was that McVay, Harbaugh, or Carroll?
Harbaugh. The game doesn't care how old you are. If you can ball, you can ball. I'm going to go Pete Carroll.
Okay, Parker, you do have to go different here in order to stay in the game.
Okay. We are going, the kids in the back, Sean McVay.
The correct answer, Sean McVay.
Oh, Parker, way to go.
Bam. We got a tie.
Tiebreaker time.
All right, here we go. Here's the tiebreaker. Get ready to write something down. Get something right with, something right on, as Ireland likes to say.
Thank you for the pen, Laura.
I gotcha.
If you take Pete Carroll, his career wins in the NFL, Sean McVay, his career wins in the NFL, and Jim Harbaugh, his career wins in the NFL, and you add them all up, how many wins is it? We'll take the closest, not necessarily closest without going over, closest. Go ahead and jot down a number. Pete
All right,
Carroll's
now,
wins,
but-
McVay's wins, and Harbaugh's wins as NFL head coaches.
Okay, so Harbaugh's games when he coached the Niners are in play here,
Yep,
right?
Niners and Chargers.
Okay. So that's going to be... Okay. Wow, I'm totally guessing here. All right, I got a number. Parker, you got a number?
Got one.
Okay.
What'd you write down?
All right. 445.
I wrote down 350.
And our winner is friggin' Ireland again. The correct answer is 305. Pete's got 170, McVay's got 80, and Harbaugh's got 55 for 305 total wins, and Ireland wins again. Great win! How many?
Although I almost blew it for the second day in a row.
Yeah, it did get close there. It did
Yesterday,
get close.
Laura, who did I blow it to yesterday?
Pepe.
Pepe.
Oh, yeah, you
and,
lost to Pepe.
And today, Parker caught me, and I almost blew it to him.
You're playing like.
So I'm glad. Well, Parker, well played.
Thank you. You're
So-
playing like the
Until
Halos
another
right now.
one of you guys wins, it's going to stay as Graham here.
What is our scoreboard?
So it's Ireland now 3. Jacob and Ronnie 1. You have 1. Brian has 1. Pepe has 1. I have 1. And Graham, because none of the other kids in the back have 1, has 1.
So
Well, but Graham and Parker are combined, right?
And-
All of them are
Anthony, I
combined.
think.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
everybody-
none
okay.
of them. They've literally, Graham's
Well,
the only one that won.
tomorrow,
last month.
Tomorrow, you
Month.
guys, actually the next 2 shows. Tomorrow, I'm not there.
Right.
And
My
then
game.
Monday, it's my game. So you guys can catch me over the next 2 shows.
And hopefully somebody does here.
Thank you for letting me play because, you know, let Parker play. It's going around. I
Let
guess I
Parker
can't
play, but you
Parker,
can't play in the
why
game.
what's your take on why they aren't letting you play?
You know, I'm just busy hands. I got to stay on the field, get content.
You got to hand mics to people.
Yeah,
and
I thought you were playing.
No,
high
he's out.
key. Mm.
Yeah, we're
He's
out.
out.
We're out.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I don't know. That's
It almost
like,
sickens me to even think about that.
There you go.
Thank you, McVay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and you're easy to mistake with Anthony.
Oh, no, we get it all the time.
You
Don't
both
worry.
have, you
Sure,
both
you
have the
do.
mustache.
Yeah. It's,
So I just saw the stash over there. I'm like, that must be Anthony. It turned out to be Parker.
I actually just saw a GQ post. You guys will love this. It says, why does every 20-something-year-old have a skinny mustache?
I am
these days?
glad you said that. It is true. Every
The point.
20-something does have a mustache right
or
now.
like a half beard,
Yeah. There's like
like a
Benson Boones out here
DiCaprio
and stuff.
half beard.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's because it's all we can grow. But we won't admit that.
All right. Parker, thank you very much.
You can't
Sorry
grow.
you lost.
Thank you.
For the kids in the back. All right, we are going to do some super crosstalk next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the event of the summer.
Does Travis go deep? Travis goes deep! All-Star Friday night. Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
The 710 softball game, the listener game, the fun and frivolity. And what will Morales wear?
The summer event we all wait for.
Team Cappy versus Team Mace with the 710 Celebrity All-Star Softball Game. Press the flesh with us, the West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday night is made possible by our friends at Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Nothing else.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Nice, man. What is up, Cappy?
Well,
you excited?
Mace, you're looking good, man. You're
Thank
looking
you.
like you've been doing a lot of training for tomorrow's big game.
A lot of training, man. I have been at the cage a lot this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, at the
Really?
cage.
Hey, I don't know if this can be fixed, but I cannot hear Cap. I can hear
Oh, really?
Sedano and Mace, but I can't hear Cap.
Oh, really?
That's amazing you can hear Sedano because he's not even here.
Good for you. That
Oh,
you
there's
can't hear Cap.
Shadano. I wondered where you were.
I wish I couldn't hear Cap for the next 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I couldn't hear me either.
No, now I got you, Cappy. Somebody hit a
okay.
button. All right,
Okay,
good.
got it.
So I'm batting you sixth, George Shadano.
Okay, that's cool. Punch and Judy hitter, though. I told you. So
I just want you to tee up
slap
the
it
second
into
part of
the
the lineup.
opposite field.
That's
Yeah.
it, man. That's it. Shadano, have you played in the game before? Or is this your first
I did
one?
the first year, actually.
That's right. I remember that. Cappy, what is our record as coaches? What I lost last year, won the year before. I think we're 2-2.
No, I think that you and I had year one. Then I feel like
Then there was a
check me on
Sliwa
this.
game in there.
Right.
Oh,
there was
that
a
was
Travis
the
and
Sliwa
Sliwa
game.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a Travis and Sliwa game. And then last year,
You walked all over us.
I won.
Yep.
So that would make you and me each 1-1, Mace.
Ooh, this is the rubber match.
It's a grudge match is what this is.
Cap, I told Mace earlier that if you win tomorrow night, it would be the equivalent of the USA hockey team in 1980 beating the Russians.
Yeah, not to overstate it, but yes. It's like Virginia versus Chaminade.
But John, hold on. I want to say one thing to you. You know that there have been like some what I would call modifications to the rosters, correct?
Yeah, which I don't get.
Okay, well, here's why this happened. And I tried to explain this to Mace yesterday, and he has to accept what he's done here. He's made a big mess.
What do you mean I made a big mess?
The fact of the matter is this. The day of the draft, when the draft was over, Mace, you immediately said how much better your team is than our team.
And I stand by that.
It's not going to be entertaining.
I did not say that.
It's
going to
be a
walkover.
It's going to be a walkover.
It'll be an entertaining
walkover.
No,
it won't be entertaining because it might only last an inning. I mean, you guys could
No,
mercy us.
because we got all kinds of stuff along the way. I think you're going to score a couple of runs. You'll score.
I'll just tell you this. There have been additions to the roster. I didn't need them. I didn't ask for them. I didn't want them.
I didn't either, but I was given additions, and I'm very excited for them.
Oh, you? How about me?
Yeah,
I got one of our guys from Rotolo Chevrolet.
He's great, too.
And that guy hit monster dongs last year.
Now, I've got Ozzy from Children's Dental Fun Zone who did the same thing last year.
Ozzy didn't hit any home runs
he
last
did.
year. Ozzy was terrible.
Ozzy ripped a few balls, absolutely.
No, Ozzy was
And I'll
busy
tell you
cleaning
what,
teeth
we
off to the
got
side.
Darrell Evans, too. Darrell Evans. And
Darrell Evans is terrible.
going to dig into that box and take a couple of swings.
Darrell Evans is washed.
Do not disrespect Darrell Evans.
We also got another dude from Legends Attic, and that guy hits
that
monster
guy's a
bombs.
player, yeah.
So all of a sudden, Johnny we are teams have been recalibrated apparently, but again, mostly because Mace made such a stink that they were going to walk all over us.
I just want to point out, not only did I get Ozzy from Children's Dental Fun Zone and Darrell Evans, I also got Manny Poveda, who is a really good player.
There's another guy who can't play.
Oh, no, he's good, man. He played third base last year.
No good. Boy, I don't remember that.
He flashed some leather last year.
I don't recall that at all.
Yeah.
Mace, don't forget your glove. Don't forget your cleats.
Not even bringing a glove.
Oh, so you're not even playing, are you?
I'm hitting. That's it.
You mean to tell me you're a DH?
I'm a DH, yeah. I'm Shohei.
Huh. Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani.
Yeah, I try to describe to people. This is like, I think one of the most fun days we have all year is the softball game.
Yeah, oh, my God. I love it.
So many people come out to it. There are so many listeners. And by the way, if you've never come to this event, like, we're just walking around and hanging out. We're not, like, behind ropes or anything like that. Like, we'll totally hang out with you. And then, Cappy, the other question is there going to be a post game at the Sunset Room?
That is a very interesting question because I
have a great burger there, I heard.
Oh,
I remember
very
it fondly from several years ago.
George, world-class burger.
Yes.
I asked Jorge Briones, and Briones told me, nah, fool, I got 2 kids now. I got to go home. That's what he told me. It's exactly what he said.
Wait,
really?
so because Briones isn't going, you aren't going? Since
well, no, I
when?
just think that Briones, I thought that was like his spot, you know?
Because I'm not going if nobody else is going.
Okay.
Happy,
Laura says she's not going. Brian Cohen says he's not going.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's...
Well, because I heard Cappy isn't going, and then if he's not going, you're not going. So why are we going?
If Cappy's not going, I'm not going.
Well, Mace, do you remember what happened last year?
I do.
Johnny I, do you recall what happened last year?
Yeah.
Let me reset it for you.
So Mason and I leave the ballpark together last year.
Correct.
And we're going to drive from the West Covina Sports Complex. We're going to drive over to the Sunset Room.
Yep.
Mace packs my car, John, with his backpack, his computer, his wallet, his equipment.
That's right.
All of it, right?
Yeah.
So, John, I decide after being there for a little while, I got to get home, and I decide to pull an Irish goodbye. I leave. I'm about 30 miles south. Mason calls me. I'm like, I'm not answering this call right now. What does he want?
Right.
I answer the phone. Hey, Mace. He goes, Cap, where are you, buddy? I'm like, oh, I started to head home about 30 miles south right now. He goes, well, dude, you have my computer and my wallet and you have everything.
Oh, no.
I need you to... Yeah.
Had everything.
So he goes, you got to turn around and bring me my stuff. I go, what do you need your stuff for? You don't need your wallet or your computer. I'll give it to you on Monday.
I without my computer and my wallet?
I would make you turn around for that.
I made you turn around.
He did.
Right?
He made me.
Like,
he made me turn around. I turned around. I delivered it to him.
Yeah.
So what should have taken me like an hour and 45 to get home took me like 3 hours because I Irish goodbyed.
Yeah. So you got to be careful on the Irish goodbye.
I know
You
you do.
can't take people's stuff with you.
I know.
So anyway, that's tomorrow. I'm excited. Did you know we're doing a Mason and Ireland 21st birthday private podcast party? Have you heard about this?
Not only have I heard. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I tried to buy tickets.
Really?
I don't
Too
think
late.
there's any left.
They sold out.
I can
You guys
get you
know anybody?
I'll get you a press pass.
Press pass.
The press are going to be covering this. I'll get you a press pass.
All
to the
right.
event.
Hey, I think this is maybe the first time we've ever done this. We're in 4 different locations today.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
I was just looking at the YouTube. Mace is in the studio. I'm in Idaho. Sedano's at home. Cap's in South.
Isn't it amazing? We can do shows from anywhere now.
Anywhere in the world,
baby.
Anywhere in the world. Johnny I, when are you coming back for the game tomorrow? What time are you flying in?
I'm not. I'm coming back. You know what I'm doing tomorrow, Cap? I'm going to a thing called your friends. Ask your friends about this because you have friends up here. Called the Hootenanny. It is a giant party on the golf course at the Hayden Lake Country Club where they just basically turn it into a barbecue/drinking excursion.
Sounds like the Waste Management Open has all of a sudden come to Coeur d'Alene.
Exactly. I will be at the Hootenanny starting at 5.
Mace, what do you think about this? What do you think about FaceTiming Johnny I during the game? You know, so that he's
I'll be at the Hootenanny.
Yeah,
you should.
So you're at the Hootenanny,
Oh, yeah,
and we FaceTime you.
Yeah,
You should.
We will FaceTime you. Do you want to do it at the beginning or the final score?
The Hootenanny's from 5 to 8. What time does the game start?
Game starts at 6. It'll be over at 8. We'll FaceTime
do it at the
you.
beginning.
Do it before?
Because that'll be right smack in the middle of the Hootenanny.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good. So we get some Hootenanny vibe to it.
Yes.
Would you like to participate in the singing of the national anthem with me and Mace tomorrow, Johnny?
Well, I've arranged, Cap, for your microphone to be turned off during
I heard
that
this.
anthem.
I heard Michael thinks that I suck.
Yeah, you do. Mason is an established
anthem singer.
national anthem singer, and I wouldn't want you to taint his professionalism with your shenanigans.
Let me tell you something right now. No taint. No taint at all.
Yeah,
I will not taint.
Mason just lit up Alex Cooper for disrespecting a song. Just to have you even attempt to sing it, Cap, is disrespecting the anthem. Don't you think, George?
Wow. Yeah, look, I mean, it's Mace's thing, Cappy. You're kind of like trying to co-op it. I got to be
Now,
honest.
I'm just going to ask, have you seen Cappy and I do the anthem together by chance?
I saw the video of it.
I actually think that we sound really good together.
You harmonizing?
Yes.
Right.
You're like the Beach Boys?
I can riff a little bit on the notes, like go high, he can go low. I mean, I think you and I together, I was asked today by Greg Bergman on text, you were on that same text, Cappy, about whether or not I wanted to sing by myself or with you, and my answer was?
You said I want to sing together.
Absolutely.
I was very flattered, as a matter of fact.
Cappy he's not a great vocalist, but he is a great harmonizer.
He's a little pitchy dog.
He's a little pitchy.
Hey, Sedano, what's a realistic line for Cooper Flagg tonight? First of all, how many minutes do you think he plays, roughly?
I would say probably like 25 sounds about right.
So 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah,
probably
I'd say like 10
good.
to 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5-6 rebounds, and maybe like 2 or 3 assists. Yeah, maybe like a block or 2 or like a steal.
Hey, let me ask you guys a quick question. Is the summer league like, do you have to be in like year 1 or year 2, or could you be a year 3 or year 4 player?
Not necessarily. Like a lot of G League players play in summer league because they want to take a look at them with certain groupings and guys or whatever. Yeah, so it's not necessarily just first and second year players.
And the reason I asked that question, and you guys tell me if you think this is just a dumb question completely, or if you think there's a little bit of validity to it. Why don't the Lakers have this young kid, Jake LaRavia, playing? And I I ask it because he's
not
too old.
He's too old. He's been in the league too long.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been in the league, what, 3 years?
This is
3 or
year
4 years,
4.
but he would have to ask to play in the summer league.
Yeah, after you have to ask and get permission beyond the first couple of years.
Okay. Because I just was thinking that, just looking at his career so far, it's not like he's played that much.
But he's played in a ton of summer league.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
And the summer league is more capped for players that, like Darius Baisley, who the Lakers have on their summer league team, he's trying to make the team.
Trying to get back in the league, right.
Right. You want those minutes to go to a guy like Darius Baisley more than Jake LaRavia, because Jake LaRavia is going to be on the team no matter what. Darius Baisley's trying to crack
look, the reality is,
lineup.
John, Cappy wants to see Jake LaRavia in summer league because he's never seen Jake LaRavia play.
Well, that is accurate.
I would like to see Jake LaRavia play as well.
Mace and Cappy, if Jake LaRavia walked into the studio right now, would you know what he looks like?
No. The answer is yes, because we had him on the show the other day.
And you had a picture. Was he on video?
He was on video. And he's a baby-faced little kid, John. I mean, he's 23 years old, which is why I asked the question about whether or not he could play. And he's got a little baby face. Now, did you hear the story about what happened to him? How he got engaged? Did you guys? 23 years old, he's engaged to be married.
Oh, wow.
Did you guys hear the story on this?
No.
So George and I asked him about it, and he told us the story that he was flying to Toronto for his workout day up in Toronto.
Yep.
And he sees this girl on the plane, and she sees him, but they don't say anything to each other. The next day, he is walking around downtown Toronto. She sees him, and she walks up to him, and she's like, hey, you were on my flight yesterday. And she was doing some kind of like a scavenger hunt for her work. And, okay, they take a picture, no big deal. And then what happens is she winds up seeing his name on his equipment bag, and she slides into his DMs. And now, 3 years later, they're engaged to be married.
Wow. That's a story right there.
How's that?
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
I know,
somebody slid into my DMs the other day,
Wow.
and it was a listener, and he was asking me for money.
Oh,
And,
really?
yeah, which happens occasionally.
Yeah, it
but-
does happen sometimes.
But I never know whether or not it's a scam.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
basically,
always
if somebody's
venture to
asking
say
for
it's a
money,
scam.
chances are
Yeah.
it's a scam.
Yeah, and of course it ended with, this is not a scam.
That's
which,
like the
which
guy
is
that-
exactly what you would write if
Right,
you were
if you were trying to
perpetuating a
scam somebody.
scam.
By the way,
right?
that's like that guy who got arrested in Wisconsin who had a bag of drugs and it said, this is not a bag of drugs.
Right.
Same exact thing.
And by the way, John, it could be that listener was just hacked, and it was somebody using it just.
Yeah,
to
I didn't
get
respond to it.
money.
I wish I could tell if it was true, but there's no way of knowing.
Well, if you tell me off air who it is, I'll tell you if it is or it isn't.
Oh, interesting.
No, I'm not going to send him money.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. Although I'll tell you